got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feet, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable nature's child. Leaves whisper secrets, she's the loudest shout. From the channel buzzing, she never backs out. Seed of strength, through seasons she grows. In the face of doubt, her spirit glows. Cameras ain't a limit, she branches out. Thorns in her crown, she wears it no doubt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless.
Florabella on my screen, her smile it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene, in the morning or the night. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence it grows and grows, we're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows, she's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence it grows and grows, we're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows, she's where we all belong. Every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows, she's where we all belong.
Good morning. Good morning. Hold your horses, people. I am coming. I'm coming. Okay. It is 8:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a snow day. I just shoveled my car out. No, I'm just kidding. Not that much snow. I just had to clean the outside. But I'm so happy to be back on the early time. You know, I miss the morning crew. I'm not going to lie. I miss the morning crew. You know, it's a lot of fun to be up early. and just sort of getting into the content, super early, and the crew that comes with it. It's a little different in the morning. Nighttime is still fun, don't get me wrong. But the morning crew's a lot of fun. We're all just waking up. We barely got any coffee, and people are getting tackled left and right already in these body cams. So let's get right into it. I hope you guys are having a good day. Um, Shout out to everyone in the chat. We got TMKC, of course, my dear. We have Lana Love. Tyler's here. He's ready. He wants me to just shut up and get right to the show. Okay. We have Young Riaz. What's going on? What is going on, Mr. Drip King? I hope you're doing good this morning. But let's get right into it because you guys see the topic. This one was sort of fun. I know a little bit about sovereign citizens, but I never realized their body cam footage, like anything relating with them and the police, would just be the funniest thing ever because they're ridiculous. So we're going to get right into this. One of these is a little disturbing, I'm not going to lie, because she does all of it in front of her kids. No shame whatsoever. So just a tiny trigger warning, because I feel like those moments where the parents and the child are screaming like, don't take me, it could be a little triggering. So yes, they listen, I bet the judge, when they're playing that as evidence, the judge is like, wow, we have got a piece of work in our hands. All right, so I'm gonna play that now. We're gonna get right into the first one. And this one is titled, Here's the Fastest Arrest of a Sovereign Citizen Ever. Okay, this was something open and shut. I know considerably a lot about sovereignty and the legal theory behind it all and the snakes that trick people. What do you mean? No, don't tell me we got a sovereign citizen in the building. Don't tell me we got one nice and early at 8:52 a.m. too. You guys are up and at 'em. No, but I don't know too much about it, honestly. I'm willing to. A citizen means a taxpayer. So supreme taxpayer? Is that the whole theory behind it? A citizen means a taxpayer. And you know what? Give us some time. We're going to actually look at some of those theories behind it, because I'm curious how somebody would be willing to put, their whole family, children in danger, get themselves arrested when they know good and darn well that if they don't have a license plate, if they don't have a driver's license, if they don't have all that stuff, they can easily be pulled off the road. I just think it's a recipe for disaster. So let's get into this one. This is February of last year.
22nd, 2024. An officer conducted a traffic stop for excessive speed and an obstructed license plate.
What's this? Morning, Deputy Regan, St. John's County Sheriff's Office. 2 reasons of stopping you. 1, Pine Island, speed limit's 25. You were going 36. Okay. That's still 10 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. It's 25. No, it's not 25?
So I was going at 35.
So that's 10 over. You just told me that you're going 10 over the posted speed limit. Yes, you did. You said you're going 35, right?
Yeah, but I said
that's a 25.
35.
No, ma'am. The whole thing's 25. The other issue is your license plate cover is illegal. You can't have a tinted license plate cover over your license plate. Before I ask for any documentation, are there any weapons in the vehicle? Guns, knives, hand grenades, tomahawk missiles? Okay, I need your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance from you.
Okay. Can I just go to my gun?
No. I need your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
Okay.
I am not going to ask again.
I'm not driving.
You're not
traveling.
Stand by. Step out.
Are you serious?
Get out of the car.
Oh my god.
Start reading census 9, code 1. Okay.
30 pages deep. John.
Interesting, guys. I got one secure so far.
Good. I'm really on my way to work.
She advised she was traveling, not driving. So 48.
Okay.
All right. Well, right now you're under arrest for failure to identify. You were told to give me your license during a lawful detainment for a traffic violation, multiple traffic violations. You advised you were not going to give it to me, and that you're not driving, you're traveling, while you're sitting in the driver's seat of this vehicle, operating on the highways of Florida. All right.
See, now I don't get it. What is with them trying to work the terminology? Because you're going to hear in a bunch of these videos, they're going to say, I'm not driving, I'm traveling, right? I'm not using the car for a commercial purpose or whatever. What is the difference, right? When you get behind the wheel of a vehicle, you are driving, right? It doesn't matter what you call in your head or whatever theory that you have. You are driving. When you get behind the wheel of a car on the roads in the United States of America, you are driving. Okay, whether it's for commercial use or not, you still have to adhere to the rules. I don't know what they mean by that, because they talk about commerce. You're gonna hear a bunch of buzzwords that she's gonna throw out, and that the others are gonna throw out. Commerce. She's gonna talk about not having to adhere. That she'll take a ticket. They'll take a ticket, but they're gonna fight it in court. Like, so much terminology. They make out like without consent, they don't adhere to legislations or acts of parliament, but only common law. Does that not hold up? Well, I think if you really look at the laws of each individual state, that that's not going to hold up. There's also there's no legal there's no legal precedence for it. Nobody as a sovereign citizen has been granted the right to, the freedom from having to follow traffic laws or anything like that. So I just think, they just start throwing stuff out there. They want to believe that their rights are based off the Constitution, but I just, I don't know. They call it traveling, which is private, non-commercial, not doing it as a job. I mean, we're all private drivers. Because when I get in my vehicle to go to the store, I'm not doing it for a commercial purpose. But commerce is business exchange of money. Yeah. Do you comprehend the differences between legal? I'm a criminal justice major. Obviously, that means I'm not an expert. But, I think I'm pretty well versed in the legal system. So, I'm getting an air of you feel like you know what you're talking about more than everyone else here, which I appreciate your your understanding, but let's not be condescending. They quote maritime law too. Legal language, not common Webster's dictionary, so each word is defined in law. And no, you can't willy-nilly violate traffic laws. Yeah, so the problem is there's really no format for this is what a sovereign citizen is. This is what they're required to show the police. This is the freedom they have. They're never going to grant anything like that, because then anybody's going to be able to just, poof, I'm a sovereign citizen. Now I can drive without a license, insurance, license plates, ID, identification. That's never going to happen. So it's a wild concept, but let's see what's going to happen. This one's the shorter one that I have today for you.
Do you have any questions for me?
I gotta make one phone call, sir.
No.
I have to make a
Absolutely not.
I have to call
Nope.
my lawyer.
Do you have a driver's license? Are you suspended?
No.
No to which one?
I have to make a phone call, sir.
Okay. Walk back to my car. Nope. Go to tow your car as well.
Okay.
Do you have any weapons on you? Guns, knives, hand grenades,
It's funny because they do. I'm going to say this: the police officers do get mad when they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to identify myself. I need to make a phone call. I'm not going to tell you any information." He literally said, "All right, so we're going to tow your car. We're going to get you out of here." Because I do feel like a lot of times that they don't want to just do the worst to these people, but they know they're not going to comply with identifying themselves. They most likely have no registration, insurance, tags. One of them, you guys are going to see, he gets rid of the VIN number. They're really trying to make themselves disappear within society. You just can't do that. There's way too much oversight in American, in the American system, to think that you're just going to be able to disappear. Unless you were born and you live out in the wild where nobody goes, then you're most likely gonna fall under the penalty of the law at some point. Um, who started this sovereign citizen stuff? Well, Tyler's giving us a little backstory in the chat, so make sure you guys check that out. What about auditors? I'm on the fence with them because on the one hand, they are checking people adhere to filming in public protocol, but sometimes they really annoy folks just at their job. I mean, I honestly feel like, yeah, you can be a sovereign citizen, but at the end of the day, they should have their paperwork in order, right? They should have it in order so that, like, even though they don't want to present it to police officers and be all like open with police because that's their thing, they want privacy, then at least when they go to court, they can say, well, I'm registered, I'm insured, I have a driver's license, but I shouldn't have to present it. I shouldn't have to show you guys anything. I should be free to roam. Like, I just think that would be a smarter way. But in at that point, like, they would be getting themselves arrested for no reason because they have all the documentation. So Michael said lawyer. What do you mean? Should they ask for a lawyer at this point? That I don't know.
Poke me, stab.
I honestly think at this point she's asking for a phone call. She would have been better off saying, like, I don't feel comfortable talking to you guys. He said it's amazing how many sovereign citizens are acquitted. I would like to see some of those cases. Like, if people have case numbers or like case files they can point me to, I would like to see some of the cases where they get dismissed. Because then that would mean that there is some legal precedent to it, but I haven't seen any. So some of them out for a lawsuit if treated unlawfully. Yeah, I agree. I do think some of it is sort of seeking, like, for the government to give them stuff.
Abby, state me.
No.
Do you have any narcotics on you?
No.
You're going to go and get checked when we get down to the jail. If there's anything on you, it becomes a felony when we get to the jail.
I don't have anything on me.
Okay. Lean up against my car. Put your forehead on that glass. Spread your feet. More. Is there anything in that vehicle I need to know about?
No, sir.
Okay. You gonna give me a first name or anything? Have a seat.
support.
4260 St. John's. I found my driver in prior contact. She is very much suspended. I had her to the call.
That's what be getting me too. A lot of these people who will claim they're sovereign citizens, come to find out they got a suspended license, suspended whatever, registration is not good, bad tags. Like, you can't use sovereign citizen as a way to walk around with bad tags and a suspended license. Like, I have no problem with sovereign citizens if they have all the paperwork, but they just don't want to present it. They don't want to feel like they have to, tell police, okay, sure. But you need to have that paperwork and you need to have that insurance in case you hit one of us. Because then your sovereignty goes away, right? You're going to owe me for that vehicle for any injuries that I have. So let me see right here. Yeah, SMH. I've seen videos where the police walk away. I think when police are actually just harassing. Well, I think sometimes the police don't really want to arrest people if they don't have to. So, but I was about to write in the chat, Tyler, I'm only finding blog posts about this. If you can send me a scholarly article or something that is like in the courts, like a court record of it, then I will definitely look at it and we'll take a look and we'll talk about it. But I'm not finding anything. I'm not finding anything on this. What was it? Tom Highland versus New Mexico. I need real articles. I can't do blog posts. Those aren't legitimate posts. So if you got like something that's a real article or that is something in the courts that has the actual court case, like, 'cause you can look things up on what is it, Justly or something like that. There's like a court thing that you can look up literally every case. Like, you can look up Plessy versus Ferguson, all those. Ma'am, they dismiss it, so there's no records. Well, then there's no proof. There's no proof that somebody got away because I can't just take your word for it. Where is it? You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody goes to court, there's a record, whether it's dismissed or not. You know, if it's something that would have like impacted the person's record and stuff like that, they can get things sealed and stuff. But I don't know.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
I heard that.
So just 36 and the 25, not the end of the world. License plate cover.
So I found the Justia for Jackie A. Fig versus City of Redondo Beach et al. So this is a, well, it kind of looks like, let me see, can I edit it? No. All right. So this looks like it's some sort of court doc, and this is on Justia, so it's probably legitimate. But, all right. So this says, absent a showing of good cause, an action must be dismissed without prejudice if the summons and complaint are not served on a defendant within 120 days after the complaint is filed. Generally, a defendant must answer the complaint within 21 days. Proof of service of summons and complaint on the following all defendants. I mean, this doesn't really show too much on this case, so I don't, like, I definitely see the name, unlike the other one, but when every article is, like, literally just a blog, yeah, see, I have to request these. So, anyways, I have never seen any cases of sovereign citizens being having their cases dismissed. I have not seen them. If you can find me actual like links, then I'm looking it up. But if not, we're just gonna have to assume all these people got arrested and they went to jail. I've been in this space for 25 years. I own a law library myself. So you'll find their LS, but to find their Ws, we will have to talk to them. Yeah, see, y'all are just talking. I knew there was going to be at least one sovereign citizen to come in.
At the end of the world. Actually, I was going 35. Okay, so you admit you're going. Okay, I need your driver's license, proof of insurance. I need your driver's license, proof of insurance. I'm not going to ask again. Give me your driver's license. I'm not driving. I'm traveling. Walk around the car. Get out.
Lovely. Was she coming here to work or something?
Well, I lit her up there, and then she slammed on the brakes, turning here real hard. And she's like, "Can I just go to work?" I'm like, "No."
Oh man.
So, but we pulled her over recently. Luckily, in the same vehicle. So I just looked at the vehicle. Oh, she's in the medical field. That's super comforting. Jesus. They let delusional people provide medical care.
Somebody's got to do the labor.
But I already got a tow truck on the way, so I just expected her to resist getting out of the car, and then she didn't. So appreciate you. Yeah, I think she's like a home healthcare nurse.
In the chat, getting spicy in the chat. Also, notice like the officers be on edge when they're dealing with sovereign citizens. Like this guy was so pissed off that he even got to arrest this dummy. You know, he's like, okay, you don't want to listen to what I'm saying. You don't want to give me your name and the information. All right, we're gonna tow your car. You can get arrested. They get really on edge about this. Tyler says, I don't go around doing this. My vehicle is registered. I pay my traffic tickets and do defensive driving. I am just well versed in this. No, I know. I just think like, I don't know. I almost feel like there's like a personality type to people who look into those type of laws and actually like find merit in it, because there really is none. You know, you're not going to get around the things that we have to do as citizens. There's a reason why they have police officers, because they don't want people to get away with, driving without a license, unregistered vehicle, things like. There's a lot of liabilities when cars like that are roaming around. You know, it also makes it hard to know who you're dealing with if you do have to pull somebody over. So I don't know. He does sound mad, like she disrespected him. Like it's her right to say nothing. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like she disrespected him. I just think like they're so tired of dealing with those types where it's like I'm not going to tell you any information, and then I'm going to act surprised when I get arrested. And you'll see, there's a few more other cases that we're going to look at, and some of these sovereign people, they seem like mental. Like they scream and act like they're being like injustice is done to them. Like any person when they get pulled over in America, they're going to be asked for license, registration, insurance, depending on your state. What you have to have all three. Not to mention people can't drive anymore. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's terrible.
Oh, that's not.
It's not the same
That's
thing.
not really a
Yeah, it's not the same thing, but
caregiver.
somebody's got to do it, man. They do important stuff.
Traveler's information.
TDLSR, second or subsequent, and refusal of ID.
Yes, I do know, Tyler. I do, and thank you, Sarah, for trying to let them know. I did study law. You know, a significant portion of my degree was law classes in political science and law and things like that. So I have a general understanding of law, I will say. And I think whether they were a requirement at some point or not, you know, the world has evolved significantly, right? We have the Constitution, but there are many other things that govern our land. So I think it's pretty dumb for people to be looking at historic laws and trying to apply that to how we live life today. It's not going to work out well for you. It's just not. So as much as like I think there's a good understanding, sure. But you know, as somebody who has worked in fields of law, right now I'm working in education. You know, guilty. I'm back in education, but I've worked in law in the field of law. So trust me, I understand. There's a lot of nuances and things that we don't understand about law. But driving without a license, insurance, any type of identification, you are liable to get yourself in some trouble. You might get away with it a lot, but you're liable to get into some trouble. It just is what it is. You know, I don't think you're going to get away with it. So what exactly is the point of even, you know, holding on to that belief if you know you're going to go to jail, your car's going to get towed, you're going to get in trouble. You have a license, so why even do it?
Not driving. It's been a minute since I had somebody pull the "I'm not driving, I'm traveling."
I've never had that.
Up here, we got a couple like frequent sovereigns. She's got a social security card on her. She believes in that. She's not a driver's license.
Because it's suspended.
Oh, it is super suspended, dude. She's got like 9 or 10 suspensions on it, all for non-payment. So she keeps getting tickets, not paying them because she doesn't believe that the laws apply to her.
Mm-hmm.
I think there should be, like, you know how there's HTO, should be one that's STO, sovereign, traffic offender. So every time they get stopped, it's felony. Eventually they'll learn. Hey, driver's licenses are required. Driving is a privilege, not a right.
All right.
No drugs. Yay. She got like 4 purses in this purse.
They're not harassing her. She was speeding in a zone that was 25 miles per hour. She was going 36, so nearly 40. Now, you guys are probably thinking, oh, that's not that bad. I've probably done that before, but she is breaking the law. So you're breaking the law, and you also, in one land, don't believe in the law or your subjugation to it. Yeah. Tyler, yes, 10 miles per hour. That's a good amount. Okay, you're speeding that much in a school zone, essentially, or residential, because schools are like 15. So that must be a residential area. You're speeding, they have a right to pull you over. So now you have to explain your whole situation when you could have just been adhering to the law and they wouldn't pull you over. It's not harassment. No one told her to speed in that area.
I'm so okay about that.
I'll wait on your tow truck.
How you clock me at 36?
On radar. Stalker dual, front antenna.
But I don't understand that. I was already.
I didn't ask you to understand it. I told you. Okay. That's fine. Your citation will say what the speed was, along with driving with no license and your charges for resisting.
So obviously the ones I'm going to show you guys today, they end in charges. All right, she pled no contest, and so they gave her 180 days of probation and 10 hours of community service. That means for those 180 days, she likely was going to have to be on her best behavior, not driving this car around, riding dirty, and do her community service. So no, they don't want to toss her in the dungeon. They just want to get her off the streets. But again, I knew this subject. I was gonna rein in some sovereign citizens. So have a seat, get your popcorn, maybe get a snack, Tyler. You seem a little hungry. Get a snack, and let's continue. All right. So we got another video. That one was pretty standard. Like I don't think she fought too much. I think she sort of just took what was happening to her and was like quiet. You know, she didn't really deal with it too much. But we got another one. This one is a couple of dingbat couple that just sort of deal with this in the worst way possible, right? You get arrested or pulled over because of some traffic violation and you're a sovereign citizen. Just go. Don't even fight. They already don't want to see you. Like you're probably in a worse case than some like repeat offenders. They don't want to see you, so it's probably best that you just comply with whatever they're asking you. If you broke a law, take it how it is and keep it pushing. But these people are not bright. Notice she has a baby in her hand, so obviously that baby wasn't secured while they were driving. So
he's not operating a motor vehicle. He is transferring his private property from one place to the next.
Okay. Well, he's going to jail for this. Go back there now.
Here, you have a child. I'm going to take an educated guess that you saw hundreds of YouTube videos on this.
On January 13th, 2022, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle that was operating without license plates.
He said, I'm going to take a wild guess that you've seen hundreds of YouTube videos. Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, we're telling tourists now. Oh, that looks like post office property. Rolling it up, please. I'm not trying to contract. Oh, it's the sovereign. Oh, is it? It's not. My name is that video. Don't my cash right now. Because why I'm stopped today. Don't have a tag on your vehicle. Let's see your driver's license, please. I just need my paperwork. Okay, it's about a truck for me, sir. Step out of the truck for me, please. I already got one en route. I'm not going to ask you again, sir. Okay, well, I'm pulling you for a lawful reason. I'm pulling you for a lawful reason, okay? And now I'm giving you a lawful order to exit your vehicle. If you fail to comply, I'm sorry? Okay, that's fine. You can reserve your rights, but I'm telling you a lawful order to exit your vehicle, okay? If you fail to comply with a lawful order, I will place you under arrest, okay? I'm stopping you because I'm not looking at your paperwork. I need to see a registration and a driver's license for insurance. You have no tag displayed. So, I'm going to tell you one more time to exit your vehicle. We can have this conversation civilly on the side of the road, or you can go ahead. No. I'm telling you.
And they're even calm with them. He sounds like he's losing patience, don't get me wrong. But he's super calm with them. Like he's like, we're gonna have a conversation on the side of the road and we're gonna keep it pushing. They probably know the whole spiel they're gonna get from these sovereign citizens, and they don't care. The problem is, depending on who it is, they resist sometimes. So let's watch how this cop's gonna deal with this couple who's clearly resisting.
I'm telling you to exit your vehicle. Pennsylvania versus Mims. I'm telling you to exit your vehicle, sir. Oh, well, if you roll the window down, you can hear a little bit better. Okay. I'm telling you to exit your vehicle. Okay, so you can either exit your vehicle.
And you're not wrong, Sarah, right? There is definitely some, quota to it. But don't get me wrong. There is definitely sometimes people who are speeding, who are doing other things. It's not always that the police are just meeting a quota. right? I think we've seen enough body cam footage where somebody was speeding or swerving and come to find out that person was drunk. That's not that's not the police meeting a quota. I definitely feel like sometimes they are just meeting a quota, and maybe some of these sovereign citizens, they do have a target on their back. They do it all the time. They drive around their cities like this all the time, and they become a target to the police. But I just feel like, we can't start feeling bad, because at the end of the day, this applies to every single one of us. Tomorrow, if you get pulled over for, speeding, going past on a red light or something, you're going to get a ticket. You're going to get fined. There's consequences for that. The same applies to these people. It doesn't matter what their principles are. If they truly, truly believed in their principles, they would fight in the Supreme Court to have some laws that defend whatever it is they believe. Otherwise, these laws apply to everybody. Do I think it's BS and meeting quotas sometimes? Yeah. But sometimes people are actually in danger, and sometimes people are driving recklessly. Maybe they're speeding in a residential area. And hey, if you're going to be a sovereign citizen, follow those rules to the T on the road so that nobody looks for you. Have your cars registered so that the police aren't like, what the heck is this? So I have sympathy, but at the same time I don't, because if I get pulled over, I'm getting a ticket.
Okay, and we can have a conversation, or I will remove you from your vehicle. 312, give us the channel. I'm going to tell you one more time, man.
You got a pump?
Exit your vehicle. What?
You have a pump?
Yeah.
Got that. All right, here's the thing, man. We've given you a lawful order. At this time, you are under arrest, okay? So if you don't want to step out of the vehicle, we will remove you from the vehicle. We would like to not do that, but if we have to, we will. I'm not threatening you. I'm explaining what's going on. At this point, your tires have deflation devices on them, so if you want to drive away, your tires are going to go flat as well. All right, step out of the vehicle. This is your last opportunity before we take you out of the vehicle. Last opportunity, man.
You're
right. Pop right.
223 on LE3 or Delta 1.
We just told you that.
Yeah,
You're not breaking the law.
yeah, you are breaking.
Out of it. He's got a knife on him.
No. It's here. Here. What are you doing?
We told you you're under arrest.
For what?
Failure to play a lawful order.
We told you that. We just told
Excuse me, guys. I didn't unmute myself. That was smooth as hell. Y'all seen how he didn't quickly? He put that little thing in the door. He punched that window, and boom, it split and fell. All right, he's driving without a license plate, so you're most likely gonna get stopped anywhere. Right? You might get away with it a few days, maybe even a few weeks. But driving without a license plate, you're gonna get pulled over. Period. Empress said, "Don't come to New York City. They don't play that." Absolutely. Don't come anywhere on the East Coast. You're not driving without a plate. They will see you. They will arrest you, regardless of whatever quotas they're trying to meet. You're gonna get arrested. So I wanted to play this part right here where he cracks the window hella smooth.
you, man.
You're
right.
Pop right.
223 on LE3 or Delta 1.
We just told you that.
Yeah,
You're not breaking the law.
yeah, you are breaking.
Out of it. He's got a knife on him.
No. It's here. Here. What are you?
Y'all seen how quickly he peeled that window down? Like, what is the point of subjecting yourself to this type of issue? What is the point? You're not going to get by in most places driving without a license plate. That's why a lot of them will try to conceal the license plate. They cracked that. He said, poke right here. Boom, boom. Literally peeled the window back and grabbed him out of the car. What is the point of subjecting yourself to that? Oh my God. See, you cannot register the vehicle and try this. I'm not about to try any of this stuff. And I'm going to suggest you guys don't try this at home either. Barry says, I have a cop friend. He is retired. Captain chastised him for not enough tickets. So he ticketed every car parked illegal around the bingo hall Captain and wife go to. That's funny. You absolutely have to be 100% out of the system. I have one of those window punchers. Yeah, because they were so smooth. At this point, they're like, I don't really care that you're a sovereign citizen. We're going to get you out of here. We're going to get you off the road. You're not supposed to be operating a vehicle that is not registered. All that tampering and stuff that they do, what is the point? You know, as soon as a cop sees you, they're going to pull you over. So what's the point? They just want attention, just really stupid. I do believe to some degree it's like getting some attention. They say once you register a car, you don't even own the LO. You sign it over to the government. Same with our children. The CSC say we become a person because of birth certificate owned by government. I don't have that belief. I think some of those talking points are a little extra. You know, I think just because you register your car and the state knows your vehicle and things like that, I think a lot of the times it's to tie you to your vehicle. So if anything happens with that car, they know who it is. You know, it's so that if there's an accident, they know who to charge and things like that. You know how many times accidents have happened and people have just fled? There's so many cases of people fleeing accidents. Imagine if we didn't have license plates and all those different things that identify vehicles. So many people would get away with red rum, with hitting people, hitting other cars, running people over and driving away. I get it. I get that some people feel like their privacy is being violated, but that's not what's happening.
We told you you're under arrest.
For what?
You order a lawful order.
I gave you my paperwork. I gave you Supreme Court paperwork. I'm merely traveling.
311 flat.
What have I done?
Single 14 window punch to your life.
I told you what you did. I told you to step out of the vehicle. I asked for your documentation. You refused.
I gave you my documentation.
No, I asked for a driver's license. You failed to provide me one. Then I gave you a lawful order to exit your vehicle. You told me you don't have to.
No, I didn't. I said I gave you my paperwork. Please wait for the
I told you to
supervisor
exit your vehicle.
I didn't.
You don't. When you don't want to follow instruction and follow orders.
The United States Supreme Court conducted travel on my private property.
Deputy Gaddy, Fire County Sheriff's Office.
Don't take my keys out of my vehicle.
This vehicle's being
You've
towed.
already-
No, I don't have any weapons.
Can you advise Delta 110 that Delta 311 is on the custody of a sovereign citizen?
I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm traveling in my private property.
All right, this time you're under arrest.
For what?
Failure to comply, resisting arrest.
I didn't resist arrest.
All right,
sir.
we gave you lawful orders. We explained to you
All I
multiple
asked
times
was for the suit
what
for
was
you
going to occur if you failed to act.
for your
We don't need to wait for a supervisor. All right? So we've given you lawful orders. We explained what the consequences of those orders are. You continue to refuse. So we did as minimal damage as necessary to remove you from the vehicle. At this time, you are under arrest. Okay? You think that's correct?
Any weapons on you? Any guns? You got a large knife on you. I'm just asking you. Any other knives or anything that's gonna hopefully stick me in front of your pipe. Okay, thank you, sir.
2 or 3 juveniles extra in the back.
Could you please give my stuff to my wife?
What is your
please?
first name?
I refuse. I'm not.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of
You've
law.
assaulted me.
You have the right to have an attorney present during and before any questions. If you cannot
You
afford
literally
an attorney,
assaulted me.
one may be appointed to represent you. Anytime you can decide not to answer any questions or making statements. Do you understand that?
You assaulted me.
Do you understand
I
that?
overstand.
I
overstand.
You overstand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Do you want to provide your name or no?
Sir, I do not wish to contract.
That's fine. I'll just book you as a John Doe.
Please stay over about your vehicle, all right?
Right back.
All right. Don't go to jail yourself by not listening, please. All right. Do you have a driver's license or anything? Because if this vehicle's unregistered and you don't have a license, it's going to come with us. All right, it's coming with us. Okay. There's 2 other kids in the back.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I have 3 small children, and your officer just shattered this window.
Okay.
We have a right to travel in the state of Florida, which I'm pretty sure you're knowledgeable of.
Okay. 311, you can start a tow truck for that vehicle.
Don't tow, please. Why are you going to tow
Don't
my
play
wife?
games, we're done.
I'm not playing any games. I'm following the law.
We're done. We're not debating this, people.
The United
We're
States.
not debating
I'm not
that.
debating anything.
Cool.
I'm not. I am.
We're done with this conversation.
Okay, so did they ask him to exit the vehicle?
Unlawfully, what did he need to exit the vehicle for? We had the window down and we're conversing with them.
Okay, so does he have a driver's license?
He has a right to travel and paperwork that says that.
Okay.
Which he handed to your officer, sheriff, deputy, whatever you guys want to be called.
I understand.
Please don't leave my family on the side of the road. I might have misunderstood. I might have misunderstood something, but come on, please.
We explained it.
Yeah, but I had my case law. I didn't think I was breaking the law. Please don't.
You refuse to step out of the
But I
vehicle.
misunderstood.
We explained to you all this.
I'm telling you right now,
You probably should have listened the
I
first
was
time.
told, man.
You still have to have a driver's license in the state of Florida in order to operate a motor vehicle. You can travel wherever
He's
you
not
want.
operating a motor vehicle. He's
driving.
He is not driving. He is not operating a motor vehicle. He is transferring his property, his private property, from one place to the next.
Okay.
He is not driving.
Okay. Well, he's going to jail for that. So
That's crazy.
It's not. It's really not.
It is crazy.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Please don't leave my family on the side of the
We'll
road.
take him to Vanilla.
Please. Come on.
We're not here to play games.
I'm not trying to play any games. I wasn't playing any games.
That's fine.
Please.
At this time, I recommend you remain silent.
Have a seat.
He has all of our money, so I need the
Are all the kids okay?
No, they're not okay.
Okay. Are they injured? Do they need rescue?
No, they don't need rescue.
Okay. So they're okay?
No, they are not okay.
Are they injured?
She's stupid. That why are you doing all that? You got kids in the car. You got kids in the car, and you're sitting here being sarcastic about their well-being. Like, they just arrested your husband. I don't get why these sovereign citizen people, they're so aggressive. They can just be calm and go on their way. A lot of times the police don't really want to deal with them like that.
No, they are not injured.
Are there any other weapons?
Ma'am, put the knife down. Put the knife down.
He asked if we had any
Okay, but don't grab a knife when we ask you if there's any weapons. Step away from the car now. Step away from the car. Do not grab a knife. Go back there now.
Back here, you have a child. Can you just stop?
Jesus Christ.
You have a child, and you're pulling
Are you
knives
okay,
out.
buddy?
Yeah, ask. That's yes, sir. There's more knives in
I'm
the car.
not talking about the mom that has the baby in the hand. I'm talking about how she's doing too much. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that the guy was aggressive. He just wasn't really trying to talk to the cops like that. That's why he put his window down. But I'm saying her, like, she's popping an attitude. The car is full of your kids. You should be being cool so they'll, help you, maybe bring your car to a tow yard and let you take the car home or something, or let you tow the car home. But she's over here acting a damn fool. Giving them attitude, pulling a knife out of the car, like, it makes no sense. Just not the time, I don't think it's the time for that.
Yes, sir. Here's the knife.
We'll get you on the way, okay?
Where are you headed to?
Well, we were going to the beach, but I live in Waldo. So that's like an hour and 30 minutes from here that way. Yeah.
Do you want to use that to call someone to pick you up?
I literally don't know anyone. I'm from Washington State.
Okay. Well, welcome to Florida.
Would you like let's contact a taxi?
I don't have any money.
We'll grab you his
He has
cash
money.
if he agrees to turn it over to you, okay? We'll turn over the cash if he agrees so. Are you married?
No,
Okay.
we're common law. We've been together for 10
There's no
years.
common law in the state of Florida. But we're obviously not going to try and do our best to leave you.
See, he done tricked her. He done tricked her into not getting married, being a baby mama. Baby mama sovereign citizen. Listen.
He's stranded, so if he wants to turn over.
You guys are doing a fantastic job. Do not speak to anyone you don't know, ever.
She's wondering if you would be willing to turn over any cash that you have or
It's
anything
in my
for her.
briefcase. It's in my briefcase.
For her to get a taxi cab.
Yeah,
What's bothering me is they're teaching that same ignorance to their kids. She's literally telling her kids, like, good that you're not talking to the police, you're not talking to anybody, don't talk to anybody you don't know. And I get it, that's a good advice, but you should probably teach your kids that if the police ask them something, that they should comply if they don't want to go to jail. She's obviously raising up the next bunch of insufferable sovereign citizens. Yeah, she fell for the okie doke. She really think that man loved her. No, he didn't want to get married. Okay, he didn't want to be official, so he said, "Oh, we're sovereign. Our kids are sovereign." that you're not right. Listen.
Is that fine with you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Besides that knife, are there any other weapons in the vehicle? Don't grab it, I'm asking.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Not only did he finesse the legal system, he finessed her too. He said, you can pop out all these babies. You're going to be a baby mom. I'm not going to owe you $1. She's like, it's common law. Common law marriages aren't recognized everywhere. They're not recognized everywhere. The only marriage that's recognized all over the United States is the legal marriage. You know, the one that happens in the courtroom. Just be a model citizen if you have kids and get pulled over. I had no bad experiences, but who was terrified of police. I thought they could lock me up for not smiling and waving. That's not true at all. You just have to follow the law. Vic, what is wrong with you? People don't like it whenever someone else has power over them, but the fact remains that they do. Yeah, in this country they do. He thought he's slick. He thought he was slick. Good morning, Renee. She says Florida only recognizes common law marriage if you're from another state and before 1968. Yeah, she thought she had a common law marriage all over the U.S. though. So played her though. He played her.
Right. He has agreed to send away the cab to the app and you any ride back home, okay? Do you have like an Uber app or anything?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, today might be the first day we use one then.
Subject has a 1049 out of Georgia. It's limited extradition. It's going to be referenced to DUI, improper tires, DWSL, unregistered vehicle. Bond is going to be $1,000. It's Georgia pickup only. 1048.
Can you just step over there for me? I just can't see in the car.
I'm not leaving my children unattended
I'm not
with you
saying
guys.
leave them unattended. I'm saying just move to the side.
Since they had all the little kiddos, we just did a quick window punch on the corner. Window punched it, set it down very gently, open the door, pull them out, stuff them right here, and that's where we're at. No violent anything, no nothing like that. No spray of anything, just real kosher and easy going with everything.
So, real quick,
he was explained multiple times.
When you asked him to step out, obviously you identify yourself as law enforcement.
Yes.
And you asked
we even identified this case law, saying, hey, under this case law, you have to step out. And he said no.
Not identified case law.
Yeah, it's on our body camera.
We're not here to debate that. That's not.
Of course, yeah. You'll argue semantics if it's you, but not if it's us.
You asked him to, and then you ordered him to get out?
Yeah, probably at least 5 times.
Okay.
So he's got all the new dash cam stuff. Everything's on video from us, too. So it's all real kosher and everything. Tags obviously not registered. Nobody has driver's license.
Did we run the VIN?
Yeah, not registered or anything. So it's just rolling, no insurance, nothing.
I have a driver's license, you guys. God damn. Yeah. Oh, that dude's a moron.
So why didn't you register? Or at least why weren't you driving? Yeah, I just think like minor traffic things, yes, but at some unfortunately, if you're operating without a license registration, they're gonna get rid of your car. Like your car isn't gonna stay on the road. So that's why I say like these people should just register their vehicle. Like just do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be losing cars every other week. Every time they see you riding around with no tags and shit, you're gonna get your car lost. So what's the point?
Because I don't have to. You guys are a corporation. I do not have to contract with you. If you need my driver's license to look me up, that's fine. But I wasn't operating this. Right. And neither was he. We were merely transferring our private property.
I mean, that's neither here nor there because we're not going through all that stuff. That doesn't hold up in the court. I'm just saying it doesn't hold up in the court system. Okay? If it did, nobody would have a driver's license. It wouldn't be required.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, it is in the state of Florida. I can't tell you about any other state. Okay. So, do you have a driver's license in the vehicle?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in my wallet. That's in the back seat.
Okay.
You are under arrest, yes.
I know, but am I going to get a bond out?
Yeah, you should have a bond.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I discuss something with her with you present? I just want to so I can figure out
your bond's going to be at least.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for subscribing. Yes, and you have a good day. I hope your baby is awake and in a good mood. All right, let's continue.
$1,500.
$1,500?
Yeah, operating an unregistered motor vehicle, driving while you're suspended, and failure to comply with our lawful orders.
Okay, so
It's minimum $500 each.
There's nothing you can do, maybe $1,000?
Nope. That's a bond schedule set by the judges of this circuit.
Can she have my briefcase? Because I have a deed to my house. Would that be enough? I mean,
for what? For what?
To bond out?
I don't work for the bondsman. I don't know.
Well, I mean, did she have my briefcase?
Yeah, she can have whatever you want to turn over to her.
Did she drive the truck?
No, it's unregistered. You need to have a license plate on it. It's not insured. It has nothing valid.
You're saying that the United States Supreme Court cases are not real?
Not in this state, no. You see how there's 10 million people here that all obey the law? They don't do it just because they want to.
United States Supreme Court.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure it out. No, I don't want to argue. I was literally trying to
Hundreds of people go to jail for the same thing every single day, and it's been upheld numerous times.
Okay.
All right? You're not the only one in the state that says I don't have to register a vehicle. All right? Lots of people try it. Lots of people go to jail, and I feel like if that was the case at this point, the state of Florida, or Pam Bondi, she might not even be our attorney general anymore, but she would have put out some notice saying, "Hey, in the state of Florida, they don't have to register a vehicle."
Okay, that's fair, and
we would have explained that on the side of the road when you got out. But I'm not going to stand here in the middle of the road arguing with you at a window.
No, of course.
Okay, so we gave you and explained to you multiple times the lawful order to exit your vehicle, and we even gave you the Pennsylvania MIMS, etc. Letting you know.
Yeah, I know. I didn't hear what you said.
And you didn't want to listen to us.
No.
I told you if you do not step out of the vehicle, I would take you out of that vehicle.
Yes,
if
sir.
I have to go through a window to do that, I will.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that's where we're at the moment. These two are supervisors here. We can continue from there, but I'm not going to stay on this road anymore.
One last thing, though. Could I speak with her about?
We can talk about that. Her attitude has been very poor lately.
Let me help. Can I help, please?
Give us a minute.
It's a misunderstanding.
Give us a minute.
No, it is a misunderstanding.
Give us a minute.
Oh, yes, sir.
Give you a ride back to town right over here. It's about 2 miles, and we'll give you the money, whatnot you need. We'll take you to like a 24-hour restaurant or whatever you need so you can hang out until you get your ride, okay?
What about all my shit that's in the car?
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Next time, step out of the vehicle when you're given a lawful order. I don't know what to tell you.
You didn't tell me to do anything.
Well, we gave him multiple times. We just reviewed it on video with supervisors. We gave him at least 10 opportunities to step out.
Okay, but all my kids' stuff is in there.
All right, well, all I can tell you is in the future, make a better decision when you're given lawful orders. All right?
You did not tell me anything.
We told him multiple times. He did not want to answer. Maybe get your vehicle registered and you can drive it away. It's not registered. It's not insured. It's not allowed to be on our roads. Everybody else out here registers and insures their stuff so they don't hurt anybody. I'm not going to let you drive away unregistered and uninsured because you don't feel like the laws apply to you.
Where's my driver's license?
If he has it, I'll get it to you. If you need anything out of the vehicle before it's towed, we'll get it to you. Okay?
Yeah, I need a whole bunch of shit.
You have it? Awesome. Do you have any other questions?
That's actually incorrect. There was a time that I believe my sibling's driver's license was suspended, and he didn't know. It was for a ticket that happened out of state. He ended up not even having to pay the ticket. But his license was suspended. They asked for our ID so they can see if somebody else in the car could drive. They let us drive off and gave him a ticket. So yes, they do have a right to ask for ID, and they don't always have a bad intention when they're asking for ID. A lot of times they just want to know the whole situation. If there's anyone in the car that is capable of driving the car, because our car was registered. So if their car was registered, she would have been able to drive. He would have got a ticket. They would have been out of there. But obviously, no tags on the car. That car is getting off the road. They're not going to keep it on the road. It will be towed. And so at that point, you know that's what's going to happen. What is the point in arguing with the police officers? Get your kids, get your ish out of the car, and go call a damn taxi. You have the deed of your house. Use that as collateral so he can get out of jail and keep it pushing. Like, what is the point in continuing these shenanigans? You know they're gonna pull you over.
Yeah, I need to get all my shit out of the car.
You can grab whatever you can take with you, or you can get it out of the tow yard down there. It's right in town as well.
I just want you to know that you're a major asshole.
I'm sorry. You feel that way.
Beat it.
We've given you every opportunity.
Let me in my truck.
Not right now. If you want to come out with knives, we're not letting you in there anymore.
You're an idiot.
We will.
Well, the roads belong to us, actually. You know, because you said the road is public, not theirs. They belong to us Americans. You know, when we get in our vehicles, we're under the impression that we're on a safe road. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who make the roads unsafe. People who cause accidents, who drive without registered and insured vehicles and get into accidents and flee the scene, who drive without a license. You know, it's a lot of stuff. Will, I don't know what bad information I'm spreading to the public. How about you go shove whatever the fuck you think you know up your ass? Okay? I haven't spread any misinformation about any sovereign citizens. I simply told the truth about what's going to happen to you if you're driving without a license, without registration, without insurance. Most states, you're going to get pulled over and you're going to go to jail if there's no one in the car or if you have a vehicle that's not registered. And there's no one to, sometimes they'll let you go and just take your car and give you a ticket. And the problem is these people want to be acting all tough when the police get there, and now look at you. Now look at you. Now your car is getting towed, all of that. But it's like people come in here because they're mad about the fact that they have to follow the laws like the rest of us. I understand. A lot of you sovereign citizens are probably going to come in here and cry. I didn't realize there's going to be so many of you guys. But the fact still stands. You go outside with an unregistered vehicle, no license, no insurance, you are going to jail. You're probably going to get arrested. You're probably going to get your car towed at the very least. If you're really, really nice and respectful, some of them might let you go with a ticket and tell you your car has to get off the road. We'll tow it here and you can tow it to your house. But folks think they know everything better than everybody. Well, you're driving in a vehicle that's not registered, so at that point, they need to know some information about you. Now, you can refuse to give it. It's not a crime, but you're not going to be doing yourself any favors, like I said. Well, I think just because he's a representative of the state, that's what he means by ROs. You know, a lot of people in law enforcement take their jobs and their roles very seriously. So, I'm not a law student. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, but I know I have a general understanding of the law. So, okay, so I'm gonna get some of you guys out of here because I think people just come in here to troll when they don't like a subject. So you can get out of here. Will can get out of here too. I was living in Boston coming from Foxwoods Casino, got pulled over for speeding. The passenger got rewarded $400 for not pulling her ID out fast enough. What does that mean? Once you fill out the information to obtain a license, you've lost your freedom of travel. You do not have to have a license to travel to units. You only have to have a license for commercial driving. You see, there's just too much stuff. There's too much stuff. And if you're nice to the cop, maybe the cop would have let them park the car. Yeah, or maybe even get their own towing company so that they don't have to pay the tow yard to get it out. But like I said, a lot of people come into this stuff and they're very upset. They're angry. They think people don't know the law because they can't go back and quote contract law from the 1400s. We're not in the 1400s. It's 2025. The law that applies, you should really study the law of your state. So you know that when you get on the road, what's going to happen to you if you don't have all the things that are outlined in the law. So, I think that's amazing for her. You know, I think if that's what happened, then that's good for her. The cop beat her up for no reason. So now we're not just talking about not having to present your license. If you're getting beat up because you didn't pull your driver's license out, that's automatically, you're going to win a lawsuit. You're going to win a lawsuit.
Facilitate a way for your wife and kids to get to Bunnell, which is the nearest town this way.
Please help me out, man. I was not even trying to do anything fucked up. I swear,
We literally just watched the video, man.
What video?
Our body cameras video. The entire time I told you to get out of the car.
No, but I really believe that. Look, just hear me out, man, please. Because I know there's some.
Well, if you want to talk to me, okay.
I do, please.
Well, I'm gonna read you your rights then, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if he waived
Yeah,
it.
He said he overly understood it.
No, look, man, I understand. I understand.
So I timed some of you guys out because I think it's fucking annoying that you guys come in here trying to tell people what it is they know, basically just repeating the same dumb shit that somebody else is saying and asking, hey, do you understand this? Why don't you guys just watch what's happening? This is most likely what's going to happen to you if you're driving your car and you want to pretend you're some sovereign citizen. Register your car, insure your car, get a driver's license. That's what we all have to do. It's not special to these people. It's not. And I don't want to hear anybody come in here trying to mansplain shit. Like you're not an expert. You said you're not in law. You're not a lawyer, but somehow you know the law better than other people in the chat. Like, go do something. You probably have something better you could be doing right now. What up, Flo? I won my lawsuit like this back in 2013. I won 100,000. Well, I hope you flipped it. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Justin Bieber. He says I know some ways around it. It's not legal, but let's continue.
All right, hold on. Let me just read them to you again. All right. And with these rights in mind, you go speak to us now.
Yes.
All right. So you can go ahead and tell me your side of the story.
Okay, okay. First of all, I've been studying. Look, I've been led. People, man, I don't even know how to say this. Look, what I'm trying to say is the laws, like the Supreme Court cases and all that stuff. I literally thought I was being lawful, compliant. I honestly thought that your supervisor was going to come and let me go. I didn't think you were breaking the window.
He's here now.
Right now, I obviously see. Come on, man. Can I talk to him, please? Please, my kids, man.
Dude.
Please,
Here's the thing, man.
Look, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
Look, at the end of the day,
I won't be doing this again. Let
me talk to you man to man.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You didn't want to give me your name. If you think you were doing something lawful, why would you not give me your name?
Because that's what I was told that's how it works. That you can't that's why I kept saying I don't want to contract with you.
Okay.
Because I know. That's what there's a lot of information out there, right?
Well, I'm explaining to you. Okay.
Yes, sir. I've been.
I told you, if you step out of the car, we could have had a civil conversation. I would have let you go, man. We would have figured something out about your truck, all right, and we probably cut you some tickets, and we could have gotten you out of here taken care of, okay? But you don't want to tell me your name. You didn't want to roll the window down and talk to me like an adult. Then you tell me, speak louder.
I'm sorry.
That's what you say to me. You say, speak louder.
I am
okay.
Sorry.
And we just watched the video multiple times. Hey, man, step out of the car. We'll talk to you civilly and start. Why? Why?
I literally did not. Look, I literally thought that I was.
And I'm gonna take an educated guess that you saw hundreds of YouTube videos on this, and you see how it ends.
No, but they were ending differently. No, they were.
Look at how it ends. Of all the videos I'm gonna show you guys today, they're all gonna have the same ending. These people get in these cars in handcuffs. Some of them make it more difficult than it even needs to be. So regardless of what it is you think you know about the law, about sovereign citizenship or whatever, it's not going to play out how you think it is. Right? You're likely going to either end up in jail, or your vehicle is going to get towed, or something. You're going to deal with something. You can go to court if you want. Take the ticket, go to court, and fight it. That's your legal right. But on the road, you're going to lose. You're going to lose every time. That's why I don't find it's not worth it. It's not worth doing all this extra stuff.
Maybe enslaved. They let him go.
Maybe they got different deputies.
Maybe
but
so.
Probably not, because I mean, we don't play that game, man. At the end of the day, dude.
Is there any chance you can go back in time, man, and just get not at all?
At the end of the day, man, everybody out here pays their registration. Everybody out here pays their insurance. Everybody out here pays for a driver's license generally.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Everyone knows this is what you have to do. If there was some magic ticket that I could print out and I don't have to register my cars, believe you me, pal, I wouldn't have them registered. So that's it. That's it. We'll do what we can to help out your is this your wife?
Yes, my wife.
We'll do what we can. Now, there's 3 cards in your wallet that have her name on it. Yep. You want her to have those?
Yes, please.
All right.
And my briefcase, please. That's all our money. And my deed to my house is in there.
Okay, well, she can have whatever she wants out of the truck.
Right. I mean, and my keys, the key to the truck also has the key to our other car.
Okay.
If you have another vehicle that's insured and registered, why didn't you drive this?
Because we thought, honestly, because I thought we were lawful. And it's a truck. It's our other one's got a timing belt issue in it right now, and I haven't had the money, honestly, to get it fixed. That's the truth of it. We were going to the beach.
Did anybody tell you that was allowed?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, Paul Unslaved. That's the name of it, and they let him go.
Who's that?
That's his name. Some guy that says about.
Not him telling them who the YouTuber is, Paul Unslaved. That person should be fined, right, for empowering these dummies. I'm sorry. They got kids in the car. She was driving with the baby in her lap in the front seat. Like,
right, travels legit. That's where I got the case law. If you look up Paul Unslaved, they'll come right up. And they let him go.
All right, so I was
thinking,
thinking.
Is there any chance at all that you could chalk it up that I fucking believe some idiots that fucking,
at the end of the day, you're a grown man.
No, I know.
You're a grown man, and you have to realize that. I get it, but
dude, I'll never make a mistake like this again. Straight up, either way, whether you let me go or not. Please, my children, man.
We're gonna help. We're gonna figure out where we can get them to make sure that they are safe, okay, and that they have resources they can contact, okay. So. correct?
Yeah.
All right, I'm Deputy Lakey, all right? I was just talking to, I just want to make sure I'm saying it right, all right? So he is going to jail today, okay? He will have a bond. Now, what he's telling me is that you guys have like $1,000 in cash in the car or something like that, or you have access to a decent amount of money, okay? What I'm saying is, if you would like, we can give you a ride to in town, okay, where you can contact the bail bondsman.
Oh, man, sure, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm just trying to help out as much as I can. So, is that?
It's weird. Some of your officers just have like really smug looks on their faces. I don't like you for some reason. You're all right, he's all right, but you and Officer Grady got a whole different aura about you.
Well, you know what? I think, you know what? I'm trying to be good.
Well, I think that what we're just trying to do is that okay to bring you?
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna help with that. I'm gonna take him right. We have an aura about us. Oh.
I don't have anything else to say. They asked me if we had a knife, and I responded. They're arguing semantics on procedures and how I'm supposed to respond. That's on them.
On.
Beyond that, they're offering to give me a ride somewhere near to where you will be. I've accepted that, but other than that, we don't have much business to do. They can give me a ride, and that's that. I've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong. They'll argue their semantics. We can argue ours, and that.
Honey, hush your mouth, okay? Hush your mouth. You got babies in your hand. You got babies in the car watching this nonsense. Hush up. Let them drop you off where they're going to drop you off. Let them arrest your husband, fingerprint his ass, and send him on his way too. Like, I don't get the need to do this in front of your kids. Now, the next one that we're going to watch is going to be a little disturbing. That's what my initial trigger warning was for. So
That'll be that. All right, whatever. Are we done here? All right, I love you, and I'll probably see you later.
I love
You did nothing wrong. This is what the police will do to you if you don't comply and surrender to their every whim. Okay? That's that simple. Your dad did nothing wrong.
I love you, baby girl. You good, okay?
You don't have to apologize, Malachi. You literally did nothing wrong.
honey, the delusion is what's setting you up. Well, you're teaching your kids that the laws don't apply to them. That is insane. Well, there is definitely, in my state, there's a measurement. Like if it's over, I believe if the blade is over like 6 inches or something, I don't know. If it's over a certain amount of inches, I don't want to say the wrong thing because I really truly don't know what the number is. But there is a restriction on the size of the blade in my state. So I don't know if there's can't have a blade over 4 inches. Yeah, I believe mine is similar to that. It's all about blade size. So you can definitely have a knife, but if the blade is over a certain length, it starts to become illegal. So I'm going to move on to the next one because I want to show you guys that some of these people, these sovereign citizens, they take this stuff very seriously. And I think some of them are so serious about their beliefs that they don't realize the damage they're doing to their family and their children. So we're going to watch this one. Trigger warning, it is a little disturbing because there's going to be some screaming and things like that. But let's get into it.
February 29th, 2020.
So also, you guys can see that plate. That's not a legitimate plate. That license plate is not of their state. It's not anything that's registered with the Department of Transportation. That is just like a random license plate. So this is going to get you pulled over every time. I don't know what's the point in even riding around with this. Some cops might overlook it. You know, they're not paying attention. There's more shit going on. But that is going to get you pulled over. If a cop is driving behind you and they see that, they're going to pull you over. That's not a legitimate driver's license. So you're already driving with a false plate. That's a crime, right? It's a minor crime, but it's still a crime. So you've already set yourself up. You're already in trouble. Because you're driving with a license that's not identifiable by the police. Those number codes, letters, none of that is identifiable by the police. So you're going to be in trouble. Hey, just like the nice thing before, you tell people wrong, you should really research the law. No, that's not true at all, Nubs of Revenge. In my state, you can carry a knife. The blade cannot be over a certain length. Right? In the United States of America, there's a lot of different states. It's a lot of different states. So you guys can go, and if I use the wrong lingo, sure, right? But I think at the end of the day, depending on the state that you're in, you can drive with a knife, but it has to be under a certain length. You can't ride in your car with a machete, I believe, in most states. My state specifically, you cannot drive with over a certain inches. I don't know it off the top of my head. I can Google it while we're looking. But either way, you should look at your individual state. What are the laws for weapons that you can carry on your person? So I'm going to time you out again because I think some of you guys are just coming here to try and detract the conversation.
24. Officers pulled over a vehicle that had an unidentifiable license plate.
Can you roll this back window down for me? Hello. Hi, can you roll this window down for me? Hi, my name is Officer Fager with the Edgewater Police. The reason I stopped you, he's not in his seatbelt, and your tag is obscured. The top of it, you can't see what it is, and it doesn't come back to anything.
My camera is blocking the top.
Yeah, do you have your driver's license with you? Do you have an actual driver's license?
Oh, that is my ID. I'm an American State National.
Okay, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Do you have a registration and valid proof of insurance?
I'm not engaging in the commercial use of the highways or byways, nor am I operating in a for-hire capacity. I'm a foreign national exempt from foreign law under Amendment 11 of both the Constitution and the Constitution of the United States, and I claim all my exemptions.
Okay, so do you have any other documentation from the United States government saying that you're exempt from these or that you're
I don't have my paperwork in the car with me, but I do have it.
Okay.
And that's my form of ID, and those are my private plates on the car.
Okay, this is a passport. Okay, so I'm aware of your group that you're with. This doesn't grant you any rights to drive. I will. Do you have a driver's license in any state in the United States?
No.
No. Okay. Do you have any other documentation? Nothing from the United States government saying you have diplomatic immunity?
My paperwork is at my house.
Okay. Are you aware that in the United States, when you're a diplomat inside the United, are you claiming to be a diplomat? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm a foreign state national.
Right. So
That's what I am.
So you're a foreign state national.
Yes, and
but
if you run my
you're claiming
passport,
diplomatic immunity, correct?
If you run my passport, you'll be able to see my documents there.
That's
It reflects.
so. Do you have
my
a
status.
driver's license in any state in the United States?
That is my form of ID, sir.
Do you have a driver's license? That's not my question. Do you have a driver's license? You do not. Okay.
No, that is my form of ID.
Do you have a registration or a valid proof of insurance for the vehicle? It's a yes or no question.
No.
Okay. Any particular reason he wasn't seatbelted?
No, he had.
He was hanging out the window. Yeah, but when we were behind him, he didn't have his seatbelt
All
on.
the way through school. And
Okay, where did you obtain that tag?
From foreign state national guy in Alabama who makes the plates.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she got tricked out of a few dollars too, right? Because when they made that plate for her, she probably thought, hey, I'm all set. I can just get in my car and drive on the road. Doesn't matter if my car is registered, insured. If I have a license, I could just hop in this car and drive. And she probably paid a pretty penny for it too. Just to find herself getting pulled over like any old dummy.
So you're aware that in the United States and in the state of Florida, you're required to have specific tags that actually go to the vehicle and is registered. Are you aware of that?
My private automobile.
Okay. You've been filled with some false information. So in the state of Florida, you're required to have a driver's license.
I'm not sure many people are aware.
We are. I have read a lot about the foreign state nationals.
I don't know. I feel like they give people a bad rap because I've been in situations before where I try to explain to them and they keep calling me sovereign citizen and like.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. And when you look it up on the internet, it'll tell you, right? But it'll explain it as a
essentially, it's a sovereign. It is a sovereign citizen entity. Do you have keys to the vehicle? Can you hand me the keys?
No, I cannot.
Okay, step out of the car for me.
About to get up. Too close to one more. So you hear the kids shrieking. And initially, they didn't only pull her over for the tags. They pulled her over because her kid was hanging out the window. So the kid is flying out the window, doing whatever. And she got this funny tag. Like, what are people trying to prove at this point? That's what I'm trying. What are you trying to prove at this point by driving like this, acting a damn fool? Yeah, she knew what law she'll breaking, and we're also going to see, ironically, right? She's a sovereign citizen or foreign state national or whatever, but her license is suspended and other things like that.
Get out of the car. Unlock it. Can you unlock it?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Step out of the car.
Close my
Step out of the car. 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 Stop. You're gonna get chased. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. Get out.
Now, this is just trifling as hell. She got her kids fighting back, hitting the police, holding on to her. This is so trifling. So trifling.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get your hands on your back. Stop your phone. I know she's your mom. I know she's your mom. I know she's your mom. I know she's your mom.
Your mom's fine, okay? Go back in the car. Go back in the car. It's okay. We're gonna come take her to the grass and you guys can talk to her, okay? Step away from her.
It's already bad enough with father arrested. I don't need her arrested too. She's the only person I have. Please.
Step back over here.
Please.
Go back to the car, please. Your mom's gonna be okay. Your mom's gonna be okay.
Just don't.
We're not gonna hurt her. Your mom's gonna be okay.
She's the only person I have.
Okay.
So you heard that, right? This poor little girl is traumatized. She's watching her mother be dragged out of a car like a toddler, right? Acting like a 4-year-old. Her dad obviously did the same thing. She don't have nothing, nobody else. Her dad also got arrested. This kid is terrified and traumatized. They should call CPS on this lady. Like this lady, this little girl is literally like, I'm gonna have nobody. Yeah.
Okay.
These are my children.
Okay.
Please.
Go back in the
Come here.
car.
Get these kids away from me.
They forced me out of my car. They dragged me on the floor like an animal. I did nothing at all. I just
Stand up.
took my children up from
Stand up.
school.
Watch your phone. Walk over to that car.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Grab that one too.
There's nothing wrong.
Come here, bud. Come here, bud.
There's
Hey,
no
come on. Step over here. Unlock your car.
Hey.
Take a seat in the vehicle. You have any weapons on you? Purse? No, you don't. Take a seat. You do. Please. Hey. Hey. Try to talk to you. Okay. Hey. That's
I tried to talk to you.
No, but
Why
you
would
weren't
you
listening.
drag me out of my car like that? You have no right.
motor oil inside. You saw the channel.
Right? I'm not a U.S. citizen. Okay, I understand you're doing your job and all that, but I did nothing wrong. And now you're forcibly pushing me into
Get in
the
the car. You're under arrest.
Why?
Because you kicked me. Battery on a law enforcement officer. You did. It's on
I
camera.
did
You
not
did
kick
kick me.
you.
You did kick me.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
You were pushing me, pulling me out of my car.
I'm right here. Yep. You want to play games like this?
I'm not playing any games.
Asking for help. Is he okay?
He's fine.
No.
Do you have someone we can call that can pick the kids up?
I'm trying to call him.
Okay, well, I have your phone. Do you want me to try to call him for you? I'm not going to give you your phone now. What's your PIN? Or you don't have to give me it, but I'm trying to
Well,
make a
can I
phone call
put
for
my
you.
pin in?
Sure.
Adult male detained, 14.
Just like a female first search with that one.
Adult male Baker at 1446.
Hi, my love. Is there anything
No, they arrested me and they have the kids. I did nothing.
Move your foot.
And he dragged me out of my car. They dragged me out of the car.
Give me a second. Let me see who I can find.
She had complete control over whether they dragged her out of the car. At that point, you see they're not playing with you. You see they're opening your door. Just get out of the car calmly. Why let yourself get dragged out and be having your kids all screaming? I don't want them to call CPS. Of course not. That's the last case. But if this mom is willing to just do all this stupid nonsense, just because they're asking her why, just take the ticket, let them tow your car, go home. You got kids with you. But no, she wanted to do all this nonsense. As they calmly told her, get out of the car, get out of the car. Get out of the car then. Why even have yourself be dragged out because you think you're above the law? There's no point in that. It's just you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. There's literally nothing else to it. Yeah, her kid was hanging out the window. And I said, these sovereign citizens, it's not always just people targeting them. Like, she's driving in that car with that fake plate, and then she has the nerve to have her kid hanging out the window. Like, that's probably what even caused the police officer to take a second look at the license plate. You know, these people aren't on the roads just doing whatever, and it just gives you more reason why you need to be identifiable. You're driving in a car with some kids hanging out the window, they need to know too. Yeah, it could have definitely been a ticket, but she just was like, no. Yeah, get home alive, get home unscathed, because they're not gonna delete you, but what they were doing to the kids was horrific. They were Church of LDS people, and the mom thinks she's getting divine messages. Well, let me tell you something. As somebody who used to be someone from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is LDS, there is no messages that she's receiving that's telling her not to get a driver's license, insurance, registration. Actually, the only people that Mormons believe can receive messages are the prophets or the apostles. There's like 60 of them. There's 60 white dudes. So I don't know. That's really not an excuse. I did actually used to be LDS for real though. So
I'm trying to make a phone call. There's 3 kids in the car. They're freaking out right now.
Where are you going to be? Where are you?
Hi, this is Officer Fager with the Edgewater Police Department. Who am I speaking with?
This is Joshua. What's going on?
Are you Are you husband or father of the kid?
No, don't touch me!
I'm not going to touch you.
Are you able to try to respond to take the kid? She's under arrest for battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer with violence.
That doesn't seem like her. I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, well, you can review the body camera footage because it was her. So do you want to respond to take the kids?
Talk to Dad.
Do you want to have a conversation?
My son.
We're calling to get somebody to come pick you up. Do you have a valid license? Do you have a license right now?
I don't use no license, sir.
Huh?
I don't use a license.
Well, in the state of Florida, you have to have a valid driver's license to drive a motor vehicle on the roadway. You understand that, right?
No.
No.
I can see if I can get someone closer. Can you give me 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep, you can just call her number back if you want.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Being a police officer is an inherently dangerous job. So when you're told to do something and you tell them no, we're going to then make you do it. That's just the way it works. This whole sovereign...
But it's still not right. They really
You
forced
committed
me
a
to the crime. I did not hurt anyone. I was not committing a crime.
You committed
They dragged me out
You
of
committed
my
a misdemeanor
car
in the state of
by
Florida.
my legs, like a animal.
Well, you kicked him.
Son of a- Sir, I did not kick him. He's dragging my legs, and I'm trying to pull my legs back to sit up in my seat.
You were
So if
driving.
he got kicked, it was not intentional.
You were driving a motor vehicle that is unregistered in the state of Florida, which is a misdemeanor crime, punishable by jail and fines. So you can go to jail for it.
And you are going to jail for it. You don't have a driver's license in the state of Florida. That's a misdemeanor. You're going to jail for that.
I just love the and you're going to jail. Yes, I went to get my supervisor, but you're going to jail. He made a legal arrest. The fact of the matter is it escalated because she just thought she didn't have to listen. Excuse me. Unfortunately, you do. And if there's anything to be won later, any rights that have been violated, the fight is in court, not on the side of the road. Like, this is my whole problem. The fight is not for the side of the road. Why even get dragged around like that for no reason? Yeah, Florida is not, you're not going anywhere in Florida with no plates, no insurance. Like, that's crazy. There is no sovereign state in the United States. It's the name United. Yes. Give her money for the kids, probably. Just jumped in, let me guess, right to travel. Right. That's exactly what she was trying to insinuate, but she also like did the whole I don't want to identify myself, and the plate was false as well. I don't know, Vic. We've been hearing that, but these people still get arrested. Yeah, I don't know what USA he lives in because you get a passenger license. There's a different driver's license for commercial driving, anyways. So it's still wrong. The precipice of that is wrong.
She said she used to have. So she paid $30. Well, no, I know she paid $30 to this sovereign citizen group to get that tag because she's one of the foreign national things, and they told her you don't need a license anymore. You don't have to register. You don't have to do all this stuff.
Ask if it's okay if Maya, their next door neighbor, picks up.
Is it okay if Maya, your next door neighbor? Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Are you Maya?
Yes, I am.
Gotcha.
6 Alpha 15.
You realize all your cars. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
Can we see it so we can make sure? You realize in the state of Florida, your vehicle has to be registered, right?
It is registered.
Because there's been documented time after time after time that somebody tries to do this, and it's proven that it's false. It's not true. Okay? But ultimately, at the end of the day, you can't put your hands on a police officer. Not in the United States, not in the state of Florida, not in the city of Edgewater. Okay? There's repercussions to that. All right?
Did you get her on the sovereign thing, or she's?
Well, her. Did she get you onto it?
You see, Gore, it don't be showing me. This is what annoys me about YouTube. Like, they add these features in for our audience, and they don't even fix them. They don't work. So I don't see anything. Like, I'm literally seeing nothing. I don't know where or when you sent it, but it doesn't show. But you know the annoying thing is someone said that last time, and it showed up on the playback, but not while I was in stream. So that's my fault. I don't really know. I think I have to complain to YouTube because you're not the first one saying that. I'm gonna work on that. So if you guys send them, just let me know because I don't see anything in the chat. So
she has a tag too.
No, it's just me.
She's your neighbor.
Who got it first?
You or her?
She
Did she turn you on to it? So you could look into this?
No, but that's her own business. But I wanted to look it up.
Oh, she has a business doing it?
No,
that's
it's
her
not
own.
like her,
Personal business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. So she's gonna walk home with your kids. She's not driving her car either. Her car's getting towed just like yours. You guys have to have registered vehicles in the state of Florida.
Oh man, why would you go? Now, why would you show up to the scene of when someone is getting arrested for the same thing that you have with the same thing? Like, why would you do that? She should have took an Uber there. Now her car is getting towed and she got to walk home with the kids. That is ridiculous. Yeah, want to try it. Looks fun to try to engage if it works. It does not work, Gore. I didn't see anything. Someone mentioned that it shows in the chat for a second and then it disappears. But yeah, this lady is just, her and her neighbor are slow. You know, it must be a whole neighborhood of sovereign citizens. They are slow. Okay, the fact that you thought you could pull up to the scene with your same fake license plate and not get your car towed. Like the other officer is almost in disbelief that she showed up there with that license plate.
They have to be registered. That's the bottom line. But here's the other thing you have to understand, right? Her vehicle's being towed, but she's walking home with your kids because of how she reacted. Okay? She didn't kick me. She didn't put her hands on a police officer, screaming me out. Right?
Hold on a second.
Call me back and let me know. Oh, okay.
No, hey, I'm right here. It's Sergeant Benz. You're going to be able to take her kids.
Yes.
You're going to receive a citation for unregistered motor vehicle. Your vehicle is going to get towed by Edgewater Towing, and you'll be able to walk home with the kids.
Did you hear that? They want to tow my car.
They can tow it. It's not.
And he can hear you on the speaker.
Oh my God.
Okay, if you want to say something.
It's a vehicle that has 4 wheels and it's powered by a motor. It is a motor vehicle, sir.
Except it's registered as automobile.
No, sir. It's going to get towed. She's going to get a ticket and she'll be on her way.
Okay, but it shouldn't be towed. But I mean, we're not causing a problem, but it should not be towed.
Well, it's not registered. The Florida registration on it was canceled, so therefore it's no longer registered.
Right, and she doesn't actually need a registration. It is a private property. It's private automobile. It's a part
And
of a
it's in
trust.
trust.
It is in a
Yes,
trust.
so you keep that in mind.
If you do, I mean,
It's gonna cost you guys a lot.
but if you do tow it, there are going to be issues. It's in a trust. It's private property. It is not to be towed. If you run her passport, it'll show you that you're not supposed to even question or detain her for any reason.
So we're not questioning or detaining her. She actually showed up at the traffic stop at the request of the other female to pick up her kids. It was discovered when she got her here that her vehicle was unregistered.
It doesn't have to be registered. We have proof from the Department of Motor Vehicles.
She played herself. She and her husband, they both played themselves. Why would you show up there with a sovereign plate? You saw what just happened to your friend. Like, ridiculous.
From Department of Transportation, it doesn't have to be registered.
They say the Department of Transportation is not real. I don't know what that means.
But again, it does not have to be registered, so please reconsider towing it because that's in violation.
I got you. I've reconsidered it and it's still going to get towed, okay?
Are you towing her car as well?
Yes, her car's getting towed. Yeah, she's going to jail. She's going to jail, yeah. She kicked the police officers.
No.
She kicked him.
Hi.
You taking
It
kids?
would really help if you let me take my car.
It's not registered, ma'am.
It is registered.
It's not.
I don't know how to.
Where's it registered?
With the DOT, US DOT, with the transportation, your company, all your.
No, City of Edgewater. We don't work for DOT, ma'am.
I know you don't work, but
So, well, you said my company. It's not my company.
But it is registered as a private property and it's put in trust, so it should technically be treated differently than cars that are on roads that are in commerce, correct?
No.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean in commerce?
What law are you basing this off of?
Constitution.
Okay.
I have
The
a
U.S.
right.
Constitution talks about commerce vehicles.
And on
You
Supreme
barely
Court,
speak
actually,
English.
you
Talking,
have time.
how can you barely speak English talking about the Constitution? Like, please, girl, please. Pigmobiles aren't registered with expired tags either. Wow. As someone who has spent enough hours at a DMV to have the Primus song loop in my head every time I show up, ma'am, the DMV is very much real. Yeah. To me, this is like, you just want to be arrested. Doing this dumb stuff, this gotta be what you're just thinking you're gonna be able to get. But obviously, this is a regular occurrence, okay? That lady didn't have to traumatize her kids like that. Her neighbor's dumb behind didn't have to get her car towed. All she had to do was call an Uber and pick up the kids. But, these people believe they're above the law. Every single last one of us in the chat, if we drive without a license, if we drive with fake tags, we're getting pulled over. Like, I don't get the sympathy for these people. Like, some people do feel bad for them. I do not. Because if I'm driving around with expired tags, fake tags, without insurance, without a license, I'm likely going to get my car towed and I'm going to jail. I'm going to get a ticket and I'm going to go home. That's what's going to happen to me. So why should anything different happen to you? And you don't have a license, registration, insurance, nothing. You hit my car, I'm screwed. Like, that's crazy.
Off.
So here's another one. This guy was interesting. So we're going to see this.
Officers from the Broward County Sheriff's Department in Fort Lauderdale spotted a sedan with very dark tinted windows and an illegal license plate. Initially, the vehicle didn't stop before finally pulling over. Unknown to officers, the driver would claim to be a sovereign citizen and proceed to yell and spout a novel's worth of misinformation and legal-sounding snake oil, and that's just the beginning. Let's see how his TikTok legal degree serves him.
Lower all your windows, please. Lower all your windows. Lower all your windows. This is the Broward Sheriff's Office. Lower all your windows all the way down. 583, copy 1050. What is this? Just put Delaware Park. We're at Delaware Park. I don't have an exact address on a green Ford four-door. No Florida tag, and driver's uncooperative. We got a couple of here. Lower all your windows! I can't see, it's too dark. Driver, lower all your...
Thank you so much, Gord. He says, great show. I will stick to super chats. Gifts need more work. Yes, I'm so sorry. YouTube starts rolling things out in beta that they don't even like pay attention to it. Like, so many people told me they sent gifts and I don't see them in the show. They disappear really fast. So I have to look at it later. I'm trying to pay attention to my videos, the chat, monitor my show. You know, I don't know what's wrong with YouTube, but thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you. Rory says, I feel bad that people are so easily misinformed. My compassion stops there. Yeah, that's about it. Like, the fact that you can be manipulated into believing that you don't have to follow any of the laws that the rest of us have to follow, then I feel bad that you're that slow, but I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't think you should continue it. You know what the consequences are. Why continue to put yourself in a cycle of having to have hands put on you by the police, getting arrested, getting your car towed, paying all the fees, whether you win in court later or not? You're paying a lot up front for doing this little stunt. Why are they prolonging the traffic stop? They're clearly over the time limit looking for something. No, they're not. They asked them to lower their windows. They haven't even had contact with the guy yet. Good morning, Jordan. 10th Amendment debunks foreign sovereign citizens. And we're going to look at that in a minute, but let's start with the video.
Windows. Lower all your windows. Hold on.
You have the window breaker?
Yep. You got a shield?
You have a shield?
Yeah. No, I don't have a shield. We need a shield. Driver, this is the Broward Sheriff's Office. Please lower all your windows. Lower all your windows. His window's cracked. It's cracked. But I can't see inside. Yep. Driver, lower all your windows. Lower all your windows. Place your hands out the windows. Put your hands out the window. Both hands. Both hands. Keep both hands out the window. No, not without his hands.
Put your hands out the window so we can approach and talk to you. Put both your hands out the window so we can come and talk to you. Keep your hands out. Keep your hands out. Come out.
Keep your hands up.
Okay, go back. Quick.
Hey, if you can get front windshield as soon as fucking
the door's locked.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash the window. I got it in my pocket. But someone needs to. Someone not a good idea. Put your hands out the window. This is the Broward Sheriff's Office. Listen, we just want to talk to you.
We can't talk like this. Yeah, do you have guns on you? You do or you don't? Yeah, we don't know that. Exactly. So keep your hands out so we can come talk to you. We're going to be here all day. We're going to smash your windows if you don't comply.
Yes. Listen, lower your windows and put your hands out the windows for me. Lower your windows. I understand what you're saying. I need you to comply with my commands. Lower all your windows. All right, now put your hands out the window. Put your hands out the windows. Both hands. And keep them out the window. Both hands. This is the Broward Sheriff's Office. I will show you yours once I make contact with you. Listen, you need to comply with my commands. You're not complying, that's why the gun's out. Yes, you do. Okay, put your hands out the window.
It's for your safety and our safety. Just keep your hands out. You make sure you don't have guns. Yeah, I don't know that. How do I believe you?
Deputies realized that this sovereign citizen has every intent to be as difficult as possible, and they began to form a plan to extricate the suspect.
Someone needs to get lethal coverage. Again, I'll smash the window and we'll try to yank him out. Place your hands out the window.
Listen, I don't want to mess up your car, but if you don't listen, we're going to have to break all your windows. I don't want to do that.
He said he's got to take him to spend one.
Hey, wait. Lucy can get an eye. Lucy! Hey, verify his hands are on the steering wheel. All right, that didn't work. You can't see. Can you just keep them there for us, please?
Keep them right there. Just keep them right there.
Just want to make sure you don't have guns.
Stop. Don't reach anywhere.
I'm not letting you open my conveyance.
Sovereign citizens often use terms like traveling, conveyance, and foreign national to form a pseudo-legal argument that they do not need a license to travel and are somehow not subject to laws requiring a driver's license to operate a vehicle. But he'd soon find out just how far his legal arguments would get him.
I understand that.
I'm not letting you open my conveyance.
Okay.
Who are you?
This is the Broward Sheriff's Office. Listen,
look at
do
how
you have your
you're
license with
approaching
you?
me.
Do you have your license with you?
I'm a foreign national.
Are you?
He was not.
Okay, are you able to unlock your door for me, please?
I'm not unlocking my door.
Is this your
I fear for
information?
my life. Look at
Sovereign citizens will also oftentimes create their own identification, including licenses, birth certificates, and passports. Some sovereign citizens have even gone so far as to print their own currency. Several details indicate that the suspect is affiliated with the Moorish sovereign citizen movement, which combines aspects of the Moorish Science Temple.
Oh boy. Oh my God. Moorish? Are you kidding me? A Moor and a sovereign citizen. There couldn't be two more chronically stupid identities. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's continue.
Of America and the broader sovereign citizen movement. Moorish sovereign citizens have been known to engage in a wide range of scams and criminal activity, such as selling forged documents, tax fraud, and house squatting.
and you are being recorded.
Okay.
I fear for my life.
Okay.
I fear for my life right now. The law is on my conveyance.
Okay. You're being stopped because your tag is not a valid Florida license plate.
I'm not
or any
operating in
license
commerce. I'm a foreign national. I gave you my identification.
Your name's not in it.
I gave you my identification. You want my information?
plate. Do you have a license?
You want my information?
Do you have a license issued in
the
any
law
of
is
the
right
50
on my
states of the United States?
Something that has your name on it.
I just gave you my identification that has my name on it. It has my appellation on it.
There's no naming here.
It's the one I just gave you, man.
Listen, you need to unlock this door. We're going to break this window.
You need to unlock this door, or we're going to break this window.
I'm giving you my information.
I'm going to tell you one more time.
None of that information is valid. You're violating international law right now.
I'm going to tell you one more time.
You're violating international law, man.
This is the last time I'm going to tell you.
You're
unlock the door, we're going to break the window.
You're violating international law.
Break the window.
Listen, unlock the door. This is your last chance. This is your last chance to unlock the door. I'm giving you my information. I understand. Listen, we need a license or some sort of state ID. I'm not operating in commerce to give you a license. I'm not operating in commerce. Okay, do you have a passport? License is for commercial activity. Do you have a passport? I don't have a passport. I have an international identification I just gave you. Issued under who? The 1508 states that that's a lawful identification document. All right. One more chance.
I don't want to break your window.
Step out. Step out of the car. Out of the car. Out of the car. Put your hands behind your back. Yo, yeah. Your hand. The other hand. The other hand. Give us your other hand.
Was that so hard? Why do we have to go through that, bro?
You could have easily just given us your information and that's it. None of this would have happened.
Take notice of the fake license plate, the reason the suspect was pulled over to begin with. It would be just the tip of the iceberg compared to what the officers would find next. Fact check. Creating a bunch of fake flags does not give you diplomatic immunity.
It smells like 57 in the car.
A what?
It smells like weed in the car, and he's got a badge in there. I don't know what that is.
Wow, that belly. Forget the fake badge. That belly. I'm sorry. That belly distracted me. It's like punching over that belt. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so he has a fake badge. He has a fake badge. So what is he? So he's a sovereign citizen and he's also pretending to be an officer of the law? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, and yes, they are sort of trying to claim diplomatic immunity, but they have no authority to do so. Just because you claim sovereign citizenship doesn't make you, you know, not having to follow the laws, immune to the laws. More merchant is crazy. I can't.
You said badge?
Yeah, it's bad.
Where? Let me see. That's a deputy badge.
That's what I'm talking about. One of your badges.
Yeah, he's a U.S. citizen. I found him.
And even if it's not, still gotta follow the rules.
Yeah.
It's weird how that works. That might be.
Hey, Monday, just go ahead and kill it just in case the engine source can be a problem. Yeah.
The window document merely consisted of a declaration of sovereignty and a bunch of quotes from court cases taken out of context. In summary, it's comparable to a legal argument written by a third grader, and not a very bright one at that.
Where'd that badge go?
Sure.
Number attention, 12 Bravo 2. Can you copy on the signal 35 delayed attention on 11?
Come on, brother. Great seal.
Signal 38.
But he uses American money. Wins the lottery. Laptops in the cars.
The suspect was arrested, and a records check revealed that he had outstanding warrants and a suspended Florida driver's license. Once in custody, he threatened to put a lien.
Now, this is what gets me. Obviously, at some point, he might have had a license, and that could be like the whole thing when he became a sovereign citizen. He let go of his license, but you already had one. Like, literally, what is the point of getting rid of your legitimate paperwork to put on this thing that you know is going to get you in trouble? He called these people slow indirectly. Yeah, pretty much. Because it's slow, you know?
On the deputies' properties and freeze all of their assets. He faces 10 counts with half of them for threatening a public servant, and his bond was set at $1,150. Despite all of the suspect's legal ramblings and artistic expressions of national sovereignty, the suspect chose not to test his legal theories before a jury of his peers. Instead, he pled guilty to the charges. He has since been rearrested twice for misdemeanors, indicating that his sense of entitlement and ignorance of actual law has not abated. Subscribe to our channel because we plan on having even more videos involving
increasingly creative sovereign citizens. I can't. You know, it's ridiculous. The same thing happens every time they pull this stunt. So I really don't know what is the point of playing around like this when you know the police are just going to arrest you. All right, so I got 3 more. All right, I got 3 more because they were just so entertaining to watch. You know, there's something about the entitlement, you know, where they really think they're going to get away with the same identification that every single last one of us need. That's the easiest arrest that they can get in a night. You know, like of every arrest that they have to put forth, that will probably be the easiest one because they most likely are not, they don't have the proper paperwork and they don't care to get it. Thank you, Ham. He said, time to shovel snow. Oh, Lord. We don't have that much right now. We only got a few inches so far, and they're shoveling it away already. So, but we're going to continue, okay?
And I'm not under the color of law.
We've covered this sovereign citizen before.
Was that so hard? Why do we have to go through that, bro?
But now we've uncovered another attempt to outlawyer the cops. Let's see what happens when his fantasy world meets cold reality.
Okay, so I'm violating your right. Get out of the vehicle.
The initial stop was for driving without a tag light, but these Broward County officers would soon find a tag light to be the least of their worries.
Let me have your driver license and your registration. Huh? You don't have driver license, you don't have registration, so what are you doing?
I don't drive. I travel.
Sovereign citizens will often claim that they are in travel status and not driving, arguing that driving is a commercial activity. Relying on this reasoning, sovereign citizens will often forge their own driver's licenses, license plates, and other official documents.
Council jurisdiction, man.
Okay, do me a favor, get out of the vehicle. No. Turn off the car and get out of the vehicle. Turn off the car and get out of the vehicle.
You really gonna violate me right here?
Yes. Turn off the car and get out of the vehicle, sir. This is the last time that I'm gonna ask you for it.
I gave you my national identification card, man.
Get out of the vehicle, sir.
You're really violating the national.
Do you need a Florida driver license? Not this.
I don't drive, sir.
Okay.
I'm not in your jurisdiction.
Get
sir.
out of the vehicle.
Can you call your supervisor?
My jurisdiction is Broward County.
Can you call your supervisor?
Get out of the vehicle.
Can you call
Sir, you need to make this a lot easier on yourself by just exiting the vehicle for us.
Just get out of the vehicle.
We've asked you more than once now. We've asked you a few times.
Can you call your supervisor?
Get out of the vehicle, sir. You need a driver license to drive in the state of Florida.
A driver's license.
I don't
Sir.
need registration. I don't need none of that. I'm not in your
Sir,
jurisdiction.
get out of the vehicle.
Counselor jurisdiction. That's the law. It's on my window. You
Get
see my
out of
flag?
the vehicle.
You
Get
see
out
my
of
flag?
get out of the vehicle, sir.
Call your supervisor.
Okay, this is the last warning for you to get out of the vehicle.
Can
Okay?
you call your supervisor for me?
Sir, if you don't get out of the car.
So obviously this dummy should look familiar, right? We just saw him. He just got arrested and he's back at it. He got on the streets. He got right in his car, driving again in Florida. Now I think the dude's trying to rack up lawsuits, honestly. Like to do this so many times and then doing it at night. I think he was trying to rack up some lawsuits so he could win some case in court. That's what I think.
Car, we're gonna take you out of the car. Understand that. We're asking you to go ahead and just step to the back.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You choose.
So you're gonna violate?
Nobody's violating your rights. We're asking you to come out of the
my
car.
rights by telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Okay, so I'm violating your right. Get out of the vehicle.
You can't violate the law.
Get out of the vehicle, sir.
Call your supervisor.
I don't gonna call my supervisor. Get out of the vehicle.
Call your supervisor.
When you get out of the car and you step back here, we'll call our supervisor.
No.
We want to talk to you out of the car.
Here right now. I need the supervisor here right now. Right now. I am not exiting my conveyance.
Yes, you are exiting your vehicle.
No, I'm not.
He got himself. He said, I'm not exiting my So you know you're driving a motor vehicle. And motor vehicles are subject to the law on U.S. roads. What's the point? What's the point in playing this game? 2 times now he's going to be getting arrested. Yeah, they're ridiculous. They make me laugh, honestly. You know, but it's the easiest way to go to jail. Ooh.
Call your supervisor for me.
Sir, this is the last time that I'm gonna ask you.
Call your supervisor.
For Alpha 7.
Call your supervisor. Because you're violating the
Can
national.
I have
You had
one
no
extra?
reason to pull me over at all.
94 to my 1020,
What was your
please.
probable cause to pull me over? You had no reason.
You don't have driver license.
Listen, you had no reason to pull me
Okay.
over. It's because of the report that I did earlier today about yeah. So there's no probable cause of you.
Okay. I'm gonna call my supervisor when you get out of the vehicle.
I'm not a fiction, and I'm not under the color of law.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not under the color of law. I'm a national.
So in case you didn't catch that, all right, the officer just gonna sneak by. I didn't even catch him for a second. Okay, he's just gonna walk on, mosey on by, act like he's looking what's inside of the car, because he's smart.
Okay. I'm gonna call my supervisor when you get out of the vehicle.
I'm not a fiction, and I'm not under the color of law.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not under the color of law. I'm a national.
Well, you can send it there. We're gonna have one there.
Get up.
Wait a sec.
The color hope the 56 block music 506
No.
Hello. 2314. 12 Alpha 7 everything 10-4. Yep. 2314.
It's bad. You know it's bad when all you hear is just breathing. They said, we're not about to play with you. Boom, 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 boom. Snatched him out, yanked him Me personally, I wouldn't want nobody putting hands on me like this. I don't want nobody touching me, period. 9 times out of 10, I don't want to be touched. Sometimes not even by my partner. I know this is a very, very toxic trait, but I wouldn't want nobody putting their hands on me. So I don't understand why these people act a fool. They tell you get out the car, accept your consequences, get out of the car. Don't make them drag you out and open the door and yank you out like a rag doll. Now you're liable to get hurt, yes, and maybe even down the road you get a lawsuit, but I can't. What the cop did is actually breaking and entering your car is an extension of your household. No, when you're on the road operating a motor vehicle illegally, right, because your car is not registered, you're not licensed, you have a suspended license, and you're doing whatever they're going to make up on the road, they have the right to arrest you. If they tell you to get up, you got to get up. You got to get up. What is the point of waiting for them to drag you by your head? I would not want to wait for nobody. I don't care. Like, you think you're tough? You're tough. I'm going to open this door. I'm going to get out nice and, I'm going to get out nice and civilly here. Come arrest me. You are not about to touch me without my permission. I don't want none of that. I don't want nobody's fingers, hands, nothing. Don't touch me. I don't understand. You're going to get hands and feet put on you. What is the point?
Get the badge off. Move your foot.
And they yanked that fake badge off his neck.
The suspect was charged with resisting without violence, driving with a suspended driver's license, driving without a tag light, failure to display registration, driving without insurance, and other minor infractions. The suspect pled nolo contendere to resisting arrest and driving with a suspended license, in exchange for all other charges to be dropped. He was assessed fines totaling over $300 and is currently late on payments, ensuring that it won't be long before we have more on this sovereign citizen.
A great reminder to...
Oh, Lord. They're literally, and the messed up thing is, once you get caught up with them based off this nonsense, they're gonna find you again. They already know what you're doing. They're gonna find you again. They know they know that you're not gonna do the right thing and go and get your car registered and get a driver's license insurance. They know. Everyone doesn't have that control. I guess. The way he puts things, he is dragging these folks. Yeah, he is. Whoever's voice, it might be AI, but whoever's voice that is, hilarious. All right, so this next guy, I don't know what he was up to. He's from Oklahoma. Riding around in this car, and this is the guy who actually, he scrapes off the VIN, right? That's sort of what makes this traffic stop even more like, hey, we're going to take you to jail. He scrapes the VIN off of this vehicle, which absolutely is illegal. And that should just show you that sovereign citizens, they know what they're doing. That's why they get fake plates, they make fake IDs, they'll scrape a VIN so the police can't, track the car where it's been. The point of a VIN is like, that's the one way your car can be identified anywhere, anytime. Who's driven it before, who's licensed it before, who's insured it before. That the VIN is a very important number. You do some stuff like that, the point of doing that is to evade the law. Just like if you have a weapon, if the police find you with a weapon that has serial numbers scraped off, they're going to assume you're doing something unlawful with it. They are, because the serial number is how you trace this gun. If those bullets are attached to anything else, so it's really not smart. But let's get into this one. This guy was actually embarrassed to be a sovereign citizen. He in this traffic stop, he attempts to change everyone's minds about sovereign citizens. So
citizens inside. I'm no sovereign citizen. Huh? I know the routine on the sovereign citizens. I am not one of them. You're not? Oh, hell no. Okay. I don't agree with them. Oh
It's
my
not a no
gosh.
tag. There's just license plate right there. It's
No, that's a statute number.
47.
Yeah. It's got no VIN on it at all.
No VIN. The vehicle's an altered VIN's a failure.
All right. So you said your last name was Mr. Church, right?
No, that's what they call me. Let me give you my government.
Yeah.
Watch too many YouTube videos.
They do, and I'm not one of them. I'm actually gonna help rewrite some of the traffic laws.
Sir, I need you to roll down your window all the way.
I'm not part of the government.
Do you want me to stack that state charge on for the VIN and stuff, or just?
So, right, this right here is proof, right? People who are involved in these incidents, they be on here watching. And he responded. He said mental illness, because apparently whoever posted that said he was mentally ill. I believe it was News 9 or something like that, right? I'm going to read it because you can't really see it. And so it says, no worries, claim to be sovereign. Do you see the comments below? Goodness, tough crowd, it's okay. I'm ready for the negative or positive responses from the people. As long as we loud, so be it. Now, I never claimed sovereign. How about an opportunity to hear it from me or show all footage? Not, LOL. If not, I do understand. Who want to hear my side, LOL? The half clips is enough for some, no worries. I'll just comment in every video I find. To the citizens, cheers. Oklahoma, stand up. Church. So this dude is a whole personality. Like, he's out there claiming that he's some, like, you know, targeted sovereign citizen. No, you're like, you run around without tags. They stop you. You have no VIN. You're going to be treated like you're up to no good, period. So that's what he said. And let's continue. Looks like they're giving us time to read this.
How's it going, man? You all right?
Yes, sir.
You lost?
No, sir. Well, we found it. It's where the Crown Vic is.
Okay. Are you working with like a church or something, or what?
Negative. My name is Church.
Okay, I got you. So is this like, what is this vehicle for then?
It's for me.
Okay. I just noticed it doesn't have like an actual license plate on the back. It just has your. Is it like a business vehicle or what?
No. According to the law, Title 47, I don't have to have a registered tag if I'm not conducting commerce. If I'm just in my personal activities, I don't need a tag. If I'm doing commerce, then I need a tag.
Okay. Well, it's got like a. Let me look at the plate real fast.
You got two statutes back there as well. Those are these statutes.
Why does it say not for hire on it?
By law, it has to say that. If I'm conducting commerce, then I'd have to say for hire.
Okay.
If I'm not for hire, the law say I have to post it on my vehicle as not for hire.
Okay. Do you have valid insurance on it?
I'm not required to answer that.
Okay.
By law, but if you want to write me a ticket, I'll go ahead and take the ticket.
Okay.
That way your day will go by faster and mine.
Well, do you just have an ID? All I'm trying to make sure is you have a driver's license and stuff like that, and I'll get you out of here.
Well, I don't need the driver's license to drive.
Okay.
Because that's for people that's conducting commerce.
Okay.
The problem is they don't tell y'all that, and they don't tell the citizens that. It is in law, but the problem is when we get out here.
Excuse me. Let me help you guys out, okay, sovereign citizens. So there are passenger driver's license, there's commercial driver's license, which is called the CDL, and I believe there's some other type. There's motorcycle licenses and things like that. When you get a driver's license for a regular motor vehicle, you are getting a passenger driver's license. So all that means is you're in a passenger vehicle. It's just you and your passengers. Regular person, not for commercial use at all. Who told y'all that regular people who get regular driver's licenses are getting commercial driver's license? They are not. And they don't have to get a passenger license as a requirement for commercial driving, whatever. No, most jobs that require a CDL, which is a commercial driver's license, for those specific type of vehicles, that's a specific license. The rest of us have passenger driver's license. So this whole commercial idea makes zero sense, does not apply to the average driver who has a regular operator's license. It's a license to operate a motor vehicle. That's all. There's no commercial use attached to that name. Where are they getting these ideas?
Here. Y'all don't know and we don't know.
Okay.
The law do say those who are conducting commerce have to have a driver's license. But if I'm in my regular conveyance, I already took the law down. Title 68-701 says I have a right to travel.
Okay. All right, dude. Who's in the back seat with you?
I'm taking her where that Crown Vic is, right there.
Okay. All right. Second, okay?
No problem. Hey, brother.
Yep.
Can I get out that driveway? I'm gonna park right there.
Just wait right here, okay? 97, I'm on traffic, 33rd and Woodward. It's Pearl White, Escalade, no tag. If you start me another, I've got 2 sovereign citizens inside.
Incident assigned. Your call has been updated.
No, he's just not wanting to.
Your call has been updated.
No, he's just not wanting to give me his ID or anything like that. So he doesn't recognize our government.
Your call has been updated. Your call has been updated. Your call has been updated.
What's up?
I'm just opening the door. It's hot, brother. I ain't got.
Okay.
I ain't moving.
Hey, so do you have a driver's license in Oklahoma? Yes or no? They're just coming to help me out.
You don't even need no help, bro.
Okay.
It's just me and you.
I know. I'm just asking if you have a driver's license on you.
Did you get his information yet?
He won't.
Can we? Sir, you need to step out of the car, please. Okay.
Okay.
Step out of the car. Not a problem. Okay. Try to put your hands right behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Okay.
Just going to detain you right now until you figure out who you are. Okay.
Okay. Hey, no problem.
So again, right? Can you guys see my screen? Hold on. Let me stop it because for some reason StreamYard says that it has lost connection with that. But I'm going to put this up. This is the Rhode Island Division of Motor Vehicles. I'm from Rhode Island. This is it. All right. So all state identification cards, commercial driver's license, and regular operators licenses, right, will reflect new design, whatever. So they're talking about the design, but in Rhode Island, the driver's license is called a regular operator's license. There is no commercial use attached to that at all, right? Somebody saying just play the video. Go watch the video on your own. I'm here to review it and have discussion about it. So if you don't like that, you can leave, right? I'm not holding anybody here. But the point is this. A driver's license is simply a license to operate a motor vehicle, right? A commercial driver's license is a CDL. Most people who drive cars do not get CDLs. I did not realize so many quote-unquote sovereign citizens were going to come in here defending these talking points. You know what I mean? Like just saying stupid stuff, and I had no idea. So I just want to be informative, right? Driver's license are operators' licenses. License to operate a motor vehicle. That's all it is, right? A commercial driver's license is a CDL. Most people who drive cars do not have that or need that. This is misinformation. I don't know how people are falling for this. Like, who is telling you all, right? You all sovereign citizens, that it is a good idea to get in your car and start playing these semantics with the police and act like you somehow know better. These weirdos don't know the law. They don't. And I urge you, look up your state laws regarding licenses. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't need a driver's license. You don't need registration, insurance. Follow the Division of Motor Vehicles rules regarding a driver's license, or you're going to get hemmed up while you're driving. Period. Like, I don't get why people even play this game. And I think it's important for the people who are susceptible to this type of brainwashing to believe that you don't have to follow the laws. Right? Follow the laws or you will get hemmed up. Listen, I'm not saying that you can probably go weeks, months, even years driving, never getting pulled over. But when you do, you will face the consequences if you have a fake license plate, fake driver's license. If you don't have any legal documents allowing you to drive that vehicle, if that vehicle isn't registered with the Division of Motor Vehicles, you're going to have a problem behind the wheel. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you that.
Do you have any idea, man? What happened to the cuffs?
Yeah, if you don't have a driver's license present, usually we put people in handcuffs. So you have to have a driver's license to operate a vehicle in the state of Oklahoma. Do you have any weapons on you?
Negative.
Okay, walk back here with me for a second.
I promise you, I'm not no sovereign citizen.
Huh?
I know the routine on the sovereign citizens. I am not one of them.
You're not?
Oh hell no.
Okay.
I don't agree with them.
So what are you then? If we had to put you in a
That's a telephone.
Okay. If I had to put you in a category, what would I put you in?
Because the reason why I'm not like them is because I have the utmost respect for y'all.
Okay.
However, they think they're above the law. Me, I just know it. That's the only difference. Like where the sovereign citizens go wrong. Like like when y'all get off work.
Yeah.
It's not that y'all are sovereign. It's just you in your own capacity. That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
See? Even he knows how stupid these people be looking in these traffic stops. Nobody watches a sovereign citizen traffic stop and says, oh, damn, that's prejudice against sovereign citizens. It's not. Every single last one of us have to register, insure, and it's expensive, right? That car note alone, then add the insurance. If you're under 25 in your mail, add that insurance. It's expensive. We all have to do it, though. We all have to do it. A CDL is a commercial driver's license. You have to literally take a test. You have to take a test. I'm going to get your raggedy behind that up here and your mama before you go. So, but it's the type that you get for driving, big vehicles, big body vehicles, trucks, buses, things like that. I don't know how they even live. If you go to rent, they ask for your license, so oftentimes your plate number for parking at an apartment complex. Exactly. If you don't have a license plate, a lot of times they won't want you to park on their property. Right? Some places you might be able to get away with that. Or if you have your own home, of course you can park any vehicle without any registration or license plate or anything. You can do that. But in a lot of apartment complexes, I know I've had experience, they ask you, what is the license plate of your vehicle? If you don't have one, they're going to ask you where you're putting that car. Because you can't keep that there. You know, the police are going to see it and they're going to wonder what this vehicle is. You can't even park a car without a license plate on the road without getting a parking pass, which you can get a parking pass using a VIN number. But you can't even park it on the street in most states. So.
Hey, if you put your back on that door over there and just kick your feet across the seat, it'll be a lot more comfortable.
I appreciate you.
Yep. So, I stopped because... No, I don't. I stopped because of the tag. It says, it's got state statutes on it, and it says not for hire on the back. And so I said, do you have a DOT number? Huh? All the stickers are.
Oh my gosh.
Driver's license plate right there.
No, that's a
Statute
statute number.
47.
Yeah. And he says it says church, not for hire. And I said, are you working with the church? Do you have like a DOT number or something? And he was like, no, I don't. It's for license to have one because he's not doing anything in commerce. So it's got no VIN on it at all.
The vehicle's an altered VIN.
All right. Well, his beliefs may be taking him to jail tonight.
I wonder.
Yeah, he told me.
One like on the keep off the hood. Isn't there one on the?
I don't know. There should
there's
be.
one down low.
Well, we know his last name's Church, but I just don't know his first name. All right. So you said your last name was Mr. Church, right?
No, that's what they call me. Let me give you my government.
Okay.
My name is Brian Jackson.
Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Brian. Okay. Is it how you spell your first name?
Jackson.
Okay. Your first name, I mean.
Bryan.
Okay. And then what's your date of birth? For the government date of birth they gave you.
That I'd rather not give.
Why is that?
Because I've committed no crime, my friend.
Well, you've got to have a plate.
I didn't even do anything to get pulled over.
Well, here's the deal. You've got to have a plate on the back of that.
And that's what I was telling you. I'll go ahead and take the ticket and go to court.
Well, this is what we're facing though.
Yes,
if you don't have, you cannot take a VIN plate or alter a VIN in any way on a vehicle. That's a felony.
By
You know that,
law,
right?
when it's my property. Now, I don't want to debate with you. I don't want you to think I'm disrespecting you in no way. That's why I'm saying whatever y'all need to do, go ahead and do it. Sir, I don't need insurance. Okay. And that's what I'm telling you. I can quote all the laws to you if you want, or you can just
to have it on your own private property. But if you operate it on a city street that's governed by our laws, you have to follow the laws in which it is governed.
What's your name, buddy?
Sergeant.
Sergeant. Where the sovereign citizens go wrong is they say
exactly, buddy. Like this is probably the dumbest thing you can do as anybody operating a motor vehicle in America is not have a driver's license, right? They pull you over, you're immediately going to jail. Sorry, this seat is uncomfortable on my back. This seat is uncomfortable on my back. But yeah, it's not a matter of race at this point. The stupidest thing you can do is have fake tags and be driving without a license. It has nothing to do with race. I don't get that.
Sit here and they debate with y'all all day.
They watch too many YouTube videos.
They do, and I'm not one of them. It's just I do read the law, and I'm not here to say I'm above or under nobody. But the law do say only vehicles that are conducting commerce have to be insured. They have driver's license. The word driver means one that's employed to drive.
So what is your government date of birth?
No. And that's why they put operating a motor vehicle. Because there's no implication made about what you're doing to drive. You're simply operating a motor vehicle. If you're getting a commercial driver's license, it's because you're operating a commercial vehicle, like a truck, a bus, something that is being commercially used. So I don't know where they get this idea that the definition of a driver's license is a commercial vehicle, a commercial drive. No, that's not what driving is. At least not how it's explicitly written in our laws. Oh, shut up. No license, you're going to go to jail. No insurance and registration, you're losing your car. Yeah, from his sovereignty. He's trying to detach himself from it, but while also trying to think he can be the one smart one that's going to outsmart the police. Exactly. I think they forgot everyone has to take a driver's test to drive. Yes, everyone. So if you're driving without a license, let's say you've never gotten a license because this is your belief, then nobody's ever tested your ability to even drive a motor vehicle safely on the road. They didn't test your knowledge of the rules of the road. So you're out there driving without an understanding of like stopping at a red light, green light, going, all those yield, all those rules in law in driving that we should know, that you have to know before you can get a driver's license. You need to pass 80% knowledge of. This is ridiculous. So a lot of people are going to defend it. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, y'all just gonna have to take me to jail. I'll just have to wait for my day in court because I'll incriminate myself by answering these things.
Why would you incriminate yourself?
Because Title 68-701 says, as a matter of right, I have the permission to travel upon these highways free from privilege.
Okay.
A right is different from a privilege, and that's the difference with the law. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm committing no crimes. I have the utmost respect for y'all. I don't have no drugs, no weapons, anything.
Okay.
I try to follow the law.
All right, hang on a second.
Yes, sir.
No, I thought it didn't work. I thought doesn't your dad have one? I saw it. It was driving down this way. It stops in the middle of the intersection, and I'm just sitting there watching it. He like backs up and does like this 3-point turn, drives down there. So I follow him down there, and I start looking at his tag, and I'm like, there's no tag on it, and it says not for hire. So I thought maybe it's like an actual business vehicle or something like that. And he pulls into a driveway down there and turns around and comes back this way. He's just like driving back and forth, and I finally stopped him, and I don't have to have his driver's license.
Did he say he lived there or something?
No, he doesn't live there at all. He's trying to make another U-turn again. All right, we have two people who don't recognize our government at all. He's got no VIN plates on the vehicle at all.
Driving?
Yeah. And I've watched him like drive around the block a couple times, and he didn't have a license plate on it or anything. Don't have an ID. Won't give me his date of birth or anything. So
Why'd he pull up in there?
I followed him around the block a couple times. He just keeps finding driveways to turn around in.
Does he have a driver's license?
No.
Figure out well, he doesn't have to tell us who he is because it would incriminate us.
We
got his name though, right? Just not his date of birth. He's right here.
Yeah, I've got his name, just not his date of birth. You know how to use these? Oh no.
Yeah. Here, get him out.
He's respectfully just.
He's not
Did that
sovereign.
Did the camera just zoom in, or was that just me?
He doesn't have to tell us who he is because it would incriminate us. We got his name though, right? Just not his date of birth. He's right here.
Yeah, I've got his name, just not his date of birth. You know how to use these? Oh no.
Yeah. Here, get him out.
He's respectfully just.
Yeah, he zoomed in.
No, right? Just not his date of birth. He's right here.
Yeah, I've got his name, just not his date of birth. You know how to use these? Oh no.
Yeah. Here, get him out.
He's respectfully just.
He's not sovereign.
Step back, please. Okay. Face the car.
He started quoting those laws and stuff, and I was just like, you know how sovereign citizens catch you off guard, and you're like, man, do I really not know the laws? And I was like, no, you're totally wrong. Yeah, I was like, you're totally wrong.
No, I told him I'm not. Yeah, I've been very courteous.
Yeah, you said you were.
Oh yeah, I'm not like that at all.
I just want to say this to those of you who dislike the video. You're here watching. You're giving me your engagement anyways. Why hit the dislike? Because I timed you out? Because I didn't let you come in my chat and detract the conversation and act like I'm so stupid to not be able to interpret the law. It's condescending. You got timed out because you're rude. Okay? But 8 dislikes. You went and opened all your troll accounts just to dislike my channel. That's crazy. Crazy behavior. But this is nonsense. This is shenanigan, right? Someone said what I was literally thinking a second ago. This is a lawful stop, though. I don't know who said he was getting stalked. No. If you're on the road, you have a driver's license that can't be identified by the police, they have a right to stop you. They have a right to, regardless of whatever probable cause. They see you. If the reason why they started looking at you is because your license plate looked unidentifiable, then that's it right there. You're operating a vehicle that's not registered. Yeah, they help with this. They help with engagement, but it's like Jesus, like you went and opened up all your troll accounts just to dislike the video, But it does still help with engagement. So thank you. The haters love watching. They sure do. They sure do. The officer stated that the man was respectful, meaning if he was disrespectful, they were going to beat his butt and put him back in line. I don't think so. I don't think there was a need for so many police cars and men. The police, though, they don't have a lot to do in some places. So they do sort of just all pile up on these stops. And then you tell them sovereign citizen, they're coming for the show. They want to see that this is excitement. Their day has been dry all day. So let's be real, okay? And he tampered. I mean, they talked about him circulating the neighborhood a few times and tampering with the VIN number. He was asking for it. I wish I could like twice. No, that's okay. Thank you so much, Front Porch. Let's continue though.
So there's 3 levels of sovereign citizens, and he's not an extremist. He's a level 2.
So what did he say he was? What did he say to you?
I stopped him for the tag, and I said, "Hey, dude, I stopped you for your tag. Do you have a license and insurance?" And he said, "By the government and stuff like that, I do not have to have any of that." I said, "We don't have a license plate," and he was like, "I don't have to."
I'm not saying that, Jay Burrow. Also, we caught this guy picking his nose. Ew, nasty. You got on TV, and look what you're doing. Why ignore the handcuffed passenger? Well, because I think at the end of the day, they're going to just handcuff everybody. Sometimes in a temporary detainment doesn't mean you're going to jail. So these type of vans be throwing kids in the back. Oh, my goodness. You guys are crazy. All right, let's continue.
Have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a VIN on the vehicle at all.
Yeah. Put a hold on it. Still there.
Okay.
Put a hold on it for auto theft.
Okay. Did he pop back up in that system?
He's working on it. Where's the other person?
She's in there. Is she the same way?
No hit.
Okay. Hey, is she the same way?
No, she gave him name and date of birth.
Okay.
I got like an instant.
Okay. Huh?
I think it's not for you.
Pardon me?
He said they were confirmed for this hot rubber. Oh man, that's heavy.
Yeah, felony butt hair picking. Yeah, that was actually nasty. Like he literally went. The body cam just happened to capture that moment. Like.
Well, I got your advice up, man. I got the most respect for you, man.
What's your address?
I don't have one. That's pretty much my home, sir.
Huh? Yeah. He said he's been arrested before. I was gonna say.
And I'm not being funny. I don't have an address. I've stayed here to there. If you can notice in the back of my truck, that's pretty much where I stay.
Where did you go to jail at before service?
I've been to jail in Guthrie, Kingfisher. Years ago. Brother.
Can you tell me your birth year?
Go ahead and give you everything.
Okay.
My name is Brian Jackson.
Okay.
11-8. I don't have an address.
You used to live in Guthrie, 418 South?
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just find traffic stuff on there, but I ain't
Okay.
no criminal. What sucks is when you quote the law, you instantly label one of them damn sovereign citizens. Listen, brother, I don't like them. I love the law. I believe in the court system. But I'm not like that. I'm sorry y'all feel that way.
I'm not saying you are. It's just I think some of your stuff is a little off base.
No, I want to show you. I have court July 31st, and these matters I'm taking before the judge. I've already been to the tax commission. The tax commission actually told me I'm right. And she gave me a phone number to where I'm supposed to go down to the DPS, and I'm going to have a hearing. And I'm actually going to help rewrite some of the traffic laws. I promise you, I am actually working on rewriting some of the laws, because after I spoke to the tax commission, even she said they're left too broad. So I knew this was coming. I understand it, and it's just nobody knows anything. The citizens don't know. I've read the Oklahoma City Police Department manual. I've read it all, my friend. It's not, I'm above anyone. It's just, I want to know just like y'all know. I want to know what my rights are. I want to know what I'm supposed to do and not to do. And that's all it is.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And listen, if he's going through the proper channels, like, good for you, buddy. If you believe in that, you're fighting it. Fight it. Fight your good fight. But I just think you don't help yourself by scraping off. Thank you so much, Empress. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I am as well. You don't help yourself by scraping off the VIN number, by donning a fake license plate, and having no operator's license, no driver's license. You're just really not helping yourself at all. You know, like I said, you can be the sovereign citizen, but I just think if you don't want to be pulled over on the side of the road by any old Johnny cop, then you would be better to have your paperwork in order. It would be better off. Otherwise, you're at the mercy of whatever police that you drive by. And that could mean you never get bothered, or you get bothered every time you are in a motor vehicle. It just is what it is. So he sounds like the dude that debated Taz years ago about being a sovereign citizen. Yeah, you know, there's just no logic behind it. You know, none. I would love to see a replay of that, but there's no logic behind it. You know what's going to happen to you. The police have the right to exercise what it is that they know about the law over you. So what is the point to subjecting yourself to that? You know, at the end of the day, there's no purpose in trying to be a sovereign citizen. The law is always going to win. You're always going to lose on the road. Even if you go to court and you win someday, at the side of the road, you're going to suffer. So, the dumb move was messing with the VIN number and license plate. Yeah, exactly. The VIN, like that shows that you're trying to maybe hide something, right? What associations does this vehicle have? Is it related to a crime? Is it related to warrants? Like, why are you scratching off the VIN? You know, so that's something anybody should be able to see, to identify your vehicle. That's why it's on most cars. Like some cars, it's on the dash, it's on the door. You know what I mean? So if they pull you over, they can easily see that and be able to pick up, okay, this car has been owned by such and such, registered by such and such, it's registered now, it has been, it's not, it needs to be renewed, whatever. That's how they keep a record of your vehicle. So when you, it's like I said, it's like scraping the numbers, the serial numbers off of a gun. It looks guilty. It looks guilty.
Oh, yes. Ricky Barrows is my friend. Ricky Barrows. I think he's the chief. Sits in the jail.
Call has been updated.
Big jail downtown. His office is, yeah. And like I said, I've shown all this to Ricky.
New message. New message.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, I've been to Barrows. I've talked to him about this stuff. I've talked to the tax commission. And everybody's at a standstill on what the law says. So I'm going to have a hearing with the congressman. I'm trying to get more clarity for you guys and for us. That's for real, bro. Title 47, have you ever read Title 47? Then this is all in there. That's why I get all my stuff from. And then there's tax, revenue and taxation. That's in Title 68. Now, if you notice in the back of my truck, I don't even know what to call it. I'm a rolling stone because I don't have one. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, right here in the phone. She's a friend of mine. Sometimes I stay with her. And like I was just going to drop her off.
found the vehicle. It's clear.
How'd you find it?
In Verona. I just went through his associates and stuff in the past, and it's a 05
Still do a hold on for auto theft.
Escalade, yeah.
And do him on the felony for operating motor vehicle with altered VIN.
Yeah. All right. He's got a suspended driver's license, too.
He found it in Verona, but we're going to put a hold on it.
It's a 05 Cadillac Escalade. He's been associated with it in the past.
Okay.
So,
He's
yeah.
still in possession of a vehicle with no VIN. An altered VIN, there's no OK number on it. It has to have one or the other.
Huh? Brian Jackson? I already found him 11-8 of 77, and I found the vehicle too. 05 Cadillac Escalade. He said he read our manual.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I guess I'll ask Lieutenant if he wants to put a felony charge on him or not. But do you want? Sorry, I need you to roll down your window all the way.
I'm not part of the government.
Do you want me to stack that state charge on for the VIN and stuff, or just he just got a flag driver's license, so
I would.
just
You can't find a VIN nowhere?
I found it in Verona. I just can't find it on the car. He's been pulled over in that vehicle before, so we have the VIN on it.
Wonder where the VIN. Man, I would.
Last time we talked to him was like an 05 or something like that. So.
Put it on him
Well,
and hold on it.
See, that's what I mean. He got away for how long? Till 2018? And he ended up just paying the fine. Sorry, because I was reading that. So I wanted to see what the outcome was. He ended up paying the fine, but he had gone 13 years without police intervention. That's a long time. That's probably why he was so confident he was going to be able to just, move on. But I mean, felony tampering, that sucks. I guess I was saying something about cuffing the passenger. I believe it was temporary. But we'll see what happens. They talk about arresting the driver, though.
Probably let them find the VIN.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to, but if he's going to go driving around like that, I would.
Yeah. All right.
So did he own his vehicle? He decided to become a solvent citizen and move all the stuff?
I don't know. We've stopped him in it before, but it was a long time ago.
Why did they have the VIN and everything attached
Yeah, it
to it?
had the VIN and the tag and everything.
So-
it's the old style tag though.
So he must have become a sovereign citizen after that time, unless this is a different Cadillac.
Yeah.
Escalade. I put
I guess that's the one.
for auto theft, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hate when you get those because they like make you think you don't know anything. You're like, no. You got to have a tag on there. So.
They're like, you don't want to be a citizen, that's fine, but you still got to have all this stuff.
Did you hear him say? And he knows how we operate and stuff.
We're good.
All right. Well, I'll start. I guess I'm gonna
teaching academy class or something.
Yeah. He's got a suspended driver's license too. So.
All right. You want me to start your impound on this?
Yeah, if you will. Okay. Yeah, she can go.
Let me see if I can make sure I get a good address and stuff on her. It should get.
Okay. All right. Here's the deal. This is what my lieutenant said, who just talked to you a second ago. You have a suspended driver's license in the state of Oklahoma, or it's been revoked.
I've already talked to them.
Okay. Well, it's still showing that it's revoked in our system. And do you know who a Michael Baker is?
He's the co-owner
of the vehicle.
I paid it. He's co-signed for me.
Oh, there you are, Brian Jackson. Yep.
Yeah, he co-signed for me.
Okay. All right. So I have to give you a ticket for your driver's license, the tag. My lieutenant is wanting me to put a state charge on you for altering the VIN on the vehicle. And then we're going to have to impound it. So.
Please, Officer Don. Please. I have the most of respect for the law.
I understand. I'm just telling you that's what my lieutenant's telling me, and he's a supervisor over me. So.
Which way?
Which way are they going?
Can I speak to you, Lieutenant?
Yeah. Wants to speak to you. He's not angry, he's just very upset about the whole deal. So he requests to speak to the person in charge, which is you, I guess.
Okay, they ran into 753 on River Street, 84th, I think. And she's in custody.
Sovereign something. No, I never said to be sovereign. I said
You never told him you was a sovereign? What'd you say?
I told him I don't want to be labeled as a sovereign. I told him immediately I don't even believe in them. That's what I told him.
So why are we all here then?
I don't know. I was talking to him. He said, "I'll be right back," and he pulled up. And when I
you're
saw
gonna
y'all, I
break
told him,
custody anymore,
I don't think I'm one of those sovereigns. I told him, I said, I don't believe in that doctor. I said, they believe that they are above the law. I am not. I have law friends.
You don't have a tag. And you only have I think we got them interstate. Those ran into his house. Or
if I was to show you, Mr. Scott, in the law, where
listen,
okay.
Then you go into that sovereign citizen.
I'm not a sovereign citizen, sir.
Listen, you have laws.
Right.
And
Title
listen,
47.
no,
Yes, sir.
listen.
Yes, sir.
One of the laws is you have to have a vehicle that's tagged. Is that not true?
Yes.
No, you don't believe me because what you want to agree with me why you're in the back seat.
No. You're right. But there's more to you being right, is what I'm saying. You are right, but there's more to it.
Well, what's more to it? Listen,
yes,
it's paying taxes and doing what's right, like everybody else. Listen. You ride that vehicle on the street, right?
Yes, sir.
So everybody else does. So you shouldn't pay taxes to keep up the street, but everybody else should.
No,
that's what the taxes. That's what tags. The taxes on tags and all that go to.
Mr. Scott, if I can respond.
Go ahead.
In Title 68, public highway says it's open as a matter of right for travel. Title 68 is revenue and taxation.
You mean 63?
68, my friend. I promise you. If you look
68?
68, 701. I promise you.
Free of what? Revenue?
Revenue and taxation. That is the exact statute.
Yeah, and probably what that means is that it's not a toll.
No, it covers the toll as well in that same statute.
We can sit here and argue all day.
I'm not arguing,
what you believe in and what I believe
in what you believe in.
No, you don't.
You're not letting me explain.
I'm trying to listen to you, but what you're saying doesn't make sense to me because I've been in Oklahoma all my life.
Right.
And I paid taxes ever since I've worked.
Right, me too.
And never ever did I even think one time that I could travel on these streets for free.
Mr. Scott,
nothing's free in this world.
Watch this. No matter what happens to me today, I want to get in touch with you in a few months to show you what I'm working on. I'll talk to the
Could you drop that off for me? When we get done, everything, I'll claim that file. I'll do an account on it. I'll fix to get her out and send her off.
Okay.
I found her. So,
okay.
Going back to you guys.
All right. Court on 31st. All right. And you know what? I'd like for people to show up to see what I'm working on, my friend, because they leave it out there too broad for the law enforcement on the streets and for the citizens on the road.
But listen, here's pretty basic. It's pretty basic, though.
I'm trying to catch up.
Listen, it's pretty basic that you got to have a driver's license, a valid driver's license, right?
Can I tell you? Can I converse with you?
And I wish they would, because they tell so much unnecessary information. They get themselves hemmed up even more a lot of times from trying to play this game. So we're gonna move to the next one. This is the one of the last videos I have. This one is a Karen sovereign citizen. You know, she does the whole. This is a militant, evil officer. You know, he has no rights to be doing this to me. She goes full Karen. And then we're gonna look at some cases of people who were sovereign citizens and went to court for their infractions and how they responded to the judge telling them they had no legal right.
On May 2nd, 2024, an officer conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle that crossed the center boundary line. Instead of remaining in the vehicle, the driver exited.
Get back in your car. I'm pulling you over. Get back in your car. Get back in your car right now. Get back in your car. Get in your car. What are you doing? Hey.
I don't know what your problem is.
Send me back. Hey, stop walking away from the stop. Get back in the car.
I feel threatened.
Get back in the car.
No.
Get back in the car. You're going to be under
do you have a
arrest.
police camera on?
Yes, I do.
I
It's
feel
on.
very threatened. You're touching your...
Get back. Because you're getting out of the car.
Call
Get
the
out of the
police.
car.
Call the police. Call the police. He's not...
Get back in your car.
I don't know who this man is. And
Get
I
back
was
in
just
your
coming
car.
into my car.
I'm stopping you because you crossed over the lane, improper lane usage. I turned around and pulled you over. You got out of your car. Please get back in your car.
Telling people to call the police when you got pulled over by the police, that is nasty work. Nasty work.
No. Call your supervisor. No.
Get back in your car.
No.
What's your deal?
I don't know what your problem is.
I
Why
pulled
are
you over. Why are you
attacking
getting
me?
out of the car? I didn't attack you. I didn't even touch you. Get back in your car. You need to take a moment.
I don't know what your problem is. Please leave me alone.
Okay, you need to get back in your car. What's going on?
I don't know what's
I'm 10-4.
happening.
I have
you're
a
not.
lady. Stop
Please
following
call your
directions here.
supervisor because
She's
you're
out of the
not.
car.
You're not. I wasn't doing anything, and you're attacking me.
Get back.
You grabbed your gun.
Because I don't know what you're doing. I don't know you. You need to get back in your car. The reason, can I talk to you for 1 second? Can you hear me out? So I pulled you over. Maybe you didn't notice, but I got out of the car and I said, hey, please get back in your car because I conducted a traffic stop on you. And now you're not listening to direction. I need you to get back in the car.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Call your supervisor.
They're on
You
the
have
way.
no right to
They're
do
on
this.
the way.
Call your
Just
supervisor.
to pull you over, yes, I do. So we're going to stay here. I don't mind. I'm not going to put you in cuffs or anything like that right now.
For what? I haven't done anything.
Because you're not listening to my orders.
I
So
haven't done anything.
you need to relax. If you need to sit down, that's fine. We don't need to escalate any further.
I haven't done anything.
Okay,
Why are you trying to put me in handcuffs? What law have I broken?
Because you're not listening to me.
That's not a law. I know my laws.
Okay, so you disobeyed a traffic
I'm not
violation.
talking to you. I need a lawyer. I'm not talking to you. Get your
Okay.
supervisor. I need a lawyer.
That's fine. I got people coming.
I need a supervisor.
So what I'm going to need is your identification right now.
No, sir. Get your fucking
Okay,
supervisor.
so are you refusing to identify yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Get your supervisor.
I need you to identify yourself. So you're going to need to provide me with your identification while we're waiting. Because I'm
Get your
conducting a traffic stop.
supervisor. I haven't just called the supervisor.
I already got a few units coming.
Okay. Is your body camera on?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to stand up so you can see me.
That's fine.
You have no right to detain me right now.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. I haven't broken any laws.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just.
Get your
Yeah, I'm right
supervisor.
there, Brookdale and Westminster in the lot where the little strip mall is. Do you work here?
I don't answer questions, especially from people who are attacking me.
Okay. Because she's calm right now. I pulled over for improper lane usage and she crossed over the middle there, and then she got out of the car. I'm not sure if she
I was
realized I was
turning
pulling
here.
her over.
Okay.
And so now she's out of the car. She's feeding back into the car or identify herself. So that's where we're at right now. I didn't need to go hands on because she's still standing here. So
Okay. You want to
If
go
it-
plate? You come back.
yeah, if you just let me know about the plate. Okay, so now I got a bunch of my officers here. So I'm gonna need you to provide me with your license.
No, sir.
Okay, then you're gonna be under arrest. I'm
What
letting you know
is
now.
the reason for the
Improper
arrest?
lane usage.
No improper lane usage.
Yes, you crossed over the middle of the line.
No,
I pulled you
I was
over.
pulling
and you're-
into this parking lot.
Okay, so you have one other option. If you do not provide me with your license right now, I'm going to take you to jail. Okay?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
I
Turn
know
around,
my
put your hands
laws.
behind your back, please. You got your cuffs on you?
Yeah, I got
I have mine in my
It's right
pocket.
here.
Oh, I just switched. That's why.
What is the reason for my detainment? Because you're not giving your driver's license.
You got pulled
is
over
not
for
against the
traffic.
law.
You
That
got
is not
pulled
against
over.
my law. Can I talk to you? Yes.
You got pulled over for a traffic stop. Whatever the probable cause is, it is
One,
what it is.
log a female,
You are
95
driving
for
a
one.
car. You're
Adam.
operating a motor vehicle on an Illinois roadway, and you have to provide your driver's license. If you fail to do that, you're going to be under arrest. So we can go through your things and find out who you are.
No, you have no reason for search. Where's your warrant?
You are
Where is
under
your
arrest.
warrant?
You are under arrest.
Where's your
Okay.
warrant?
If you want to go ahead and search real quick, ask them too when we get to my car.
No, where's your warrant? Where's your warrant?
We've already explained everything to you. We're not doing it.
I know my rights. I want my lawyer. I do not understand. I am not under whatever you guys are doing. I do not understand.
Do you have anything on you?
No.
Sorry?
I have nothing on me.
Yeah.
You have no right to go through my purse.
I think it's good. Yeah.
No, you do not have right to go through my purse. You are incorrectly. I am not.
Stop resisting.
What is the reason for my detainment?
Because you're not providing your driver's license. We're past that point, ma'am. We are past
What
that
is the
point.
reason for my detainment?
Because you did not
I
provide
do
your
not
driver's
understand.
license.
I am not under this. I am not in agreement with this. I am not in agreement. I do not approve of this. What is the reason for your detainment?
You're not being
What is the reason for your detainment?
Because you're not providing your driver's
That
license.
is not a valid reason.
Okay.
There is no reason for you to do this.
You can fight this in court. That's the whole point of this, right? So.
Yes, and you will all. What's your badge number? E. Flaherty.
Let's
What
go.
is your badge
Let's
number?
go.
A. Arbor. Please tell me your badge
It'll all be on
number.
the ticket.
All of your Fletcher. D. Fletcher.
Yeah.
And A. You have no reason to go in my purse. Oh, I hope you have a good.
Yeah, you're under
Your
arrest.
your police bonds will be in trouble.
Okay.
Your police bonds will be in trouble.
Fob's still in there.
Excuse me, put my stuff back. This is against the law.
All right, go ahead.
No.
All right, let's go take a seat.
What is your name and what is your badge number?
Resisting.
I have good reason to ask for badge number.
You will have everyone's information.
I want all four of you.
Sit down in your car.
1, 2, 3, 4. All of your bonds will be in trouble. Just watch.
That's good.
You will be. You'll see.
All right.
I do not understand.
Just so you know, you'll be audio and video recorded in here, okay?
Thank you. Please record everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she realized I pulled her over, but she got out. I said, "Hey, please get back in your car." She refused. She went to identify herself, and then she still wanted to identify herself. So.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I just now listen to me. So.
Did she jump out on you? Like, what happened?
No, I pulled her over. I'm not sure if she realized I pulled over. So I was coming this way, and she crossed over the center line right there. So I turned around behind her, put on my lights, called it out, and she gets out. She starts walking to the locker room. I'm like, no, please get back in the car. Doing a traffic stop.
Right?
And she's like, well, no. What did I do? And I'm like, improper
Let's
lanes.
talk
She
about
crossed
this,
over
yeah.
the center line. So please get back in your car. No. I'm like, okay, well, you got to listen to me. This isn't a request. She wouldn't listen to me. I'm like, you have to give me your ID. And I was like, might as well call you guys. So.
Yeah, good job.
I don't agree with it.
It's unfortunate.
I wonder. I mean, she's not acting sovereign, kind of, but like she has a driver's license.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was not.
Or is it a
expecting
fake driver's license? I don't know.
It looked.
It doesn't, I don't know what a Georgia license looks like.
It does look legit.
Yeah, it does.
What is the reason for my detainment?
This was the reason.
That is not against the law.
Something that against the law.
I am not under that law, whatever it is. What code is that law? What code is the law?
When you receive a driver's license, you sign and you promise that when you are stopped by an officer that you will identify.
What is the code? What is the code number?
It's under I don't know the exact code, but you have to provide identification when you get pulled over. You were involved in a traffic stop today, and that's what happens. You have to say who you are.
There's no reason for me to be detained, especially in handcuffs. I do not understand. I do not understand. I do not authorize. I do not agree.
Authorize it, ma'am. You have to tell us who you are. It's not acceptable to say that you don't.
What is the reason for my detainment?
Because you wouldn't tell us who you are. Now we know who you are. But you
illegally searched me without a warrant. You legally took my possessions without my warrant. My red wallet, she had it in her hand and she took it and she went through it.
To find out who you are.
She had already seen my driver's license. Then she additionally went into my red wallet to see what else she can find. My red wallet was after she found my driver's license. She had no reason to go into my red wallet.
And we're gonna get this sorted out.
Okay, I'm glad everything's being recorded. What is the badge number of the gentleman that's standing there has additionally been assigned to this? What is the badge number and name of that gentleman?
I don't know his badge number, but that's my sergeant, Sergeant Ragusa.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is my car locked? Did you?
Yeah, it's locked. And I'm not going to tow it or anything. I'm just going to leave it there.
We have no reason to tow it.
Well, subject to arrest, I'm allowed to, but I mean, I really don't see a reason because it's on private property. So.
Can I have my credit cards back?
Yeah, you'll get them. They're coming with you to the jail.
You said, yeah, you'll get them. You'll get them at the jail.
Yes, they're coming with you to the jail, my dear. Okay, what don't you get about that? You're still going to jail with your money and whatever's in your purse. All right.
Yeah, so they're coming with you.
I'm gonna keep going, even though she's very annoying
Why have you
and boring
confiscated my credit cards? Why did you take them out
and bald-headed?
of my purse and not my other things?
I got your purse right here.
Why do you have my purse? That was not illegal search. You had found my driver's license before you found my purse. You have detained and illegally searched my purse. You're detaining my credit cards at this moment. Is this car being recorded?
Yep.
Thank you. What time does your computer say? 10:30?
Yeah.
Do you know your bond number?
I'm sorry?
Do you know your bond number by heart?
My bond number?
Bond number.
I don't know what that is.
Again, I would like to reiterate, I do not understand. I do not comply. Which Naperville police station are you taking me to? Oh, okay, I'm not aware of the address. Can you tell me what the address is?
Yeah. 1350.
Okay, you can step out for me, please.
I will not comply with this. I will not agree to comply. I'm not going to help in my detainment. I do not understand and I do not comply.
You want to get Ragusa down here maybe or give him a call?
What?
Want to get Ragusa down here or no? Because it seems like she's
Let
going
me
to fight.
get soft gloves. I read that.
Okay.
He's on his way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just tell you how this works. Right now, you are under arrest and we have to book you. The longer that you refuse to let us book you, the longer you're gonna sit here. It's not gonna go away. We're not gonna go away. You're just gonna sit here forever. We have to book you. Whether or not you agree with it,
I will not comply. I do not understand, and I'm not going to assist you in my lawful arrest. This is incorrect, and I would like to talk to my lawyer.
Okay, well, you can't do that until we book you. Once we book you, you can talk to whoever you want to talk to. You're not going to get a phone call. You're not going to go to the bathroom. You're not going to get anything
in my arrest
until you let us book you.
For something that is incorrectly unlawful.
Okay, well,
I do not understand, and I do not.
I'm just going to let you know, the longer that we wait here, we can wait here all day. I don't care. I'll be here. But if we don't book you here, we're going to take you. We're going to take you straight up to county, and then you're going to spend the night at DuPage County.
Can you please tell me what is your name? What is your last name?
So
and your badge number is 10059?
Yep, it's going to be on all the paperwork. But unless you let us book you, we're just going to take you up to county where they're going to force book you.
What is the reason for your alleged? What is what?
You want me to explain to you why I stopped you and then why you're under arrest?
What is the reason? What is the reason for my detainment?
Okay, so you're not detained right now. You are arrested.
I am detained. I don't know why.
Okay, so I'll explain it to you. You committed a traffic violation, so I conducted a traffic stop on you.
Does your car have a
camera?
Yep. So that would have caught it. And then you got out of the car. I instructed you back to the car, so then you failed to follow my lawful commands to get back to your car during a traffic stop. Okay. Then after that, I asked you for your identification, which by law you need to provide on a traffic stop, and you refused to provide it to me after I asked you multiple times. This would have been a simple warning, but you've turned it into a ticket in arrest. So that's the reason why you're under arrest.
You were very aggressive and you touched your gun and you were very aggressive.
Because you got out of the car.
You weren't even nice. You weren't even nice. Why would you have to be so aggressive? Yeah, that was very threatening.
Okay.
And I was very scared because I thought you were going to reach your gun and pull it out because it was very threatening.
Well, you got out of the car, so that's the reason my hand's on my gun. Because I
No, I was already out of the car when you go, hey, and I turn around and I saw somebody.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know you. I don't know what
You
you're
saw
doing.
a police car, a police officer in a full uniform with his lights on. So I don't know.
I do not answer questions.
I'm not, no, I'm telling you.
Understand.
I'm telling you.
Well, the
I'm not
camera will
asking you
show
anything.
everything. The camera will show everything.
Yes, it's also recording now, showing that you're not cooperating with us still.
I have rights.
I mean, if Regus doesn't care, take her to count.
Well, he's right here. He pulled up right now.
What is the name of your supervisor?
You'll talk to him when he comes in here. If you don't want to cooperate with me, why am I going to cooperate with you?
Excuse me, it's my right to have the name of the supervisor that's being assigned.
He's literally
to me.
He will come and talk to you himself.
When I ask that, that's something that you have to give me.
I don't have to give you his name. I don't actually.
Well, you'll find out later that you do.
Okay, all right.
Because that's appropriate.
He will give you his name when he gets in here. You'll talk to him. You'll see his badge. You'll see his name.
This is my sergeant, Sergeant Ragusa.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Sergeant.
What's your name?
What's yours?
Sergeant Ragusa,
What's your badge number, please?
4357.
Thank you.
Can you, what's going on?
I do not understand and I do not comply.
Okay, well, I can answer any questions for you, but before I do that, we'd like to get you in here so I can
I'm not
answer
gonna-
all your questions.
I'm not going to assist in my detainment.
No, it's not assisting in your detainment, it's just cooperating to get you in there so we can.
I'm not going to assist in my
process it.
detainment.
Well, they're gonna bring you in there. Is there a medical condition that we should be aware of?
I am on my menstrual cycle.
Okay. Is there something that you can't get out of the car? That you need to like maybe see a doctor or something, or?
I will not answer any questions.
Okay. Well, they need to bring you into the jail for processing.
What is the reason for my detainment?
I've explained it a few times. So I wasn't there, ma'am, so I'm just asking you questions.
Oh, did she not have a tampon or pad on? I don't get it. Otherwise, like, she is a real piece of work. She sure is. I don't get it. I don't get it. Get your ball behind up, please, honey. You're wasting time. Just tell them you need a towel or something and get up.
So I'll explain it too for you again. So you committed a traffic violation.
Of what?
I'm sorry?
Of what type of traffic violation?
Improper lane usage. You crossed over the center boundary dividing line there. Okay. So that's why reason I pulled you over. So you pulled in the space, whether you saw me or not. I asked you, said, get back in your car. You did not get back in your car. So you disobeyed my lawful command. Then I asked you multiple times for your driver's license and you refused to provide it. So
Why
that's why we're here.
did you grab your gun?
Because I don't know you when you're out of your vehicle.
Why were you so aggressive?
I was not aggressive.
So let's just kind of back it up. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm just trying to get to know what's going on. Can I first get what your first name is?
I do not give names or anything. You already have illegally searched my purse and you are in possession of my wallet right now with my credit cards.
I'm trying to.
You're in possession with my wallet, my credit cards, and there's no reason for it. Why didn't you put it back in my purse?
They're going to give you all that back.
But how come you didn't take the rest of my purse if you took my wallet and my credit cards?
I didn't want to
break.
I have cash. You didn't take the cash.
How about this?
Because I don't care for the money.
How about I answer all your questions, and in return, you just come on in here so that we can kind of get.
I'm not going to do anything that is in agreement. I do not understand. I do not comply.
That's fine.
And I'm not going to assist in an unlawful detainment.
Okay.
No, sir.
Well, what's going to happen is that you are to be brought into the jail. And I'm just kind of telling you what's going to happen so that we can move this process along. You are under arrest. Okay. You understand that. And what he needs to do is just bring you in there to start the process so that we can get you out of here. And in order to do that, there is a intake room in there that they want to bring you in. And let me just, so there's no surprises to you. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want there to be any issues, and I want to answer all your questions. What he wants you to do, which is part of this procedure, which is not, is happening. Okay. I'm just letting you know, is that we want you to step out of the car. They're going to bring you into the sally port or into the shakedown area over here, which is where they're going to search you to make sure you don't have anything else, because they have to do that before you enter the jail. And then once you're in the jail, they're going to take your cuffs off. They're going to put you in a cell and they're going to answer a bunch of questions. Whether you answer them or not, that's truly up to you. They're going to get their process going. And as soon as they're done, they're going to let you go. As far as I know, as far as the charges.
Can you please tell me what is the code of the reason that he pulled me over? What was the lawful code of that?
How about this? How about I answer all your questions, not here in the garage, but inside there, and I'll answer all your questions if you do me the favor and just let us get the process going.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, you can't sit in the car. Okay, you have to go in there.
Okay.
And the easiest way to do that is that you just step out and follow us in there.
I do not comply.
There is a charge for obstructing and resisting. You're already
What is
under
the
arrest.
code? What is the code for that?
I'll give it to you then. I'm answering all your questions. I'm trying to be cooperative for you.
Okay.
I wasn't out at the scene, but I'm surely here to listen to you and answer your questions.
No, when are they gonna drag this lady out the car? Because at this point, she's doing too much. She's doing too much. She said she's on her cycle. They'll get you a towel or whatever you need. Just get up. Like, and then she keeps going like, "Oh, I'm ready for them to come and grab me and yank me out of this car." Like, they're going to go straight John Cena on her.
But in return, I would hope that you would cooperate with me. Okay?
I'm not going to cooperate. Nothing personal, but I'm not going to cooperate on my illegal detainment.
Okay, and that's fine. And as far as you disputing that, this is not the venue for it. You can dispute that in court. No problem with that. But what happens from here is you have to get out of the car and you have to come into the jail for processing. And what happens after that is entirely up to you. If you don't want to answer any questions, that's up to you. There could be additional charges. Just be aware of that. But that's entirely up to you. You have every right to exercise your rights and all that kind of stuff. But what has to happen and is going to happen is that you're going to come out of the car and we're going to bring you in there for processing, and then you can refuse everything else that you want. Does that sound reasonable? Do you understand that?
No, sir. I do not
What part
understand
of
that.
do you not understand?
I do not understand. I do not comply.
The choices are: we take you out of the car and bring you in there.
You
or
better not
just-
hurt me.
That's entirely up to you.
You better not hurt me. I have not done anything to.
You guys are ridiculous. Amy says people versus Menzies. This is why I have to freaking mute while we're watching these damn videos. You guys are ridiculous.
Be hurt.
It's not intentionally to hurt you.
Nope.
We're trying to take you out of the car, but
We can't leave you in this car.
I'm not going to assist in my unlawful detainment.
That's not assisting in your unlawful detainment.
I'm not
You
gonna
are already
assist.
detained. You're already under arrest and you've been detained. Right now you're in handcuffs and we don't want to leave you in this car. We can't process you in the Sally port. Okay? You
Nothing
don't have,
personal, sir, but I'm not going to comply.
okay. Well, you really don't have a choice. And we'd rather,
anything we can say that can gain your cooperation
No,
at all.
no, ma'am.
and why is that?
Because I do not understand and I do not comply. At this point, I'm going to remain silent. I remain silent. I plead the fifth.
Okay, we're gonna take you out of the car. Okay? So go ahead and take your foot here. We're gonna go ahead and move your feet out.
Okay, do not hurt me. Do not hurt me. Because if you hurt me, I have not done anything to you.
Okay.
Just want you to walk. Do not hurt me. Okay.
All right. You need to sit in this car.
Now, why the hell would she tumble on the ground like that? Like, come on, this is ridiculous. She's probably in her 50s. Why are you doing this? Like, watch her tumble out of this car. Come on. I can't.
Okay, do not hurt me. Do not hurt me. Because if you hurt me, I have not done anything to you.
Okay.
Just want you to walk. Do not hurt me. Okay.
All right. You need to sit in this car or this chair.
I do not understand and I do not comply.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Why don't you sit down? Think about what you're doing. All we want
Can
you
you
to do.
pull my pants back up, please?
All we want you to do is
Can
to
you pull my
walk into
pants
the
back
chair.
up? Can you pull my pants up?
Absolutely.
Why don't you stand up so we can do that?
Okay, can you pull my pants up?
Can you stand up so we can do that?
No.
No, then I can't.
Who said they were going to give her a wheelchair? Well, they are not dragging her ass up and through that jail. Who said it? I want the person who said it to be timeout. Because someone said that she needs a wheelchair, and this is the first time I've seen this. I've seen a lot of body cam footage, and it's the first time I see them pull up and there's a wheelchair there. That is crazy. I'm sorry.
Do you need a paramedic or an ambulance to check you out?
Can you pull my pants up?
Can you stand up so we can assist you?
I'm
with
not
that?
appropriately.
Can you stand up so
another
we can
body
assist
here
you with
so we
that?
just
Cover my stomach.
Plug her in.
I'll
No,
Can you please?
I'll get
Can you please cover my
He
stomach?
just texted me.
who?
Hold on. These are done. 4 from 22. If you're still at the jail or the PD, can you just come to Sally Port? Well, I mean, we can bring her in there if you want to grab the door.
Yeah. All right. If you're good with it, just maybe have an extra buddy. All right. I'll grab this side and I'll pull up for you.
Well, here, I'll
Or you
set
got
her
it?
up.
Well, you know, hold on a second.
Can
It's
you
open
pull
here.
down my shirt?
I don't know what he said.
Just give a second.
Because I was saying we could each take an arm and then
Yeah,
we have the
Uncle
legs
legs,
too.
yeah,
So it's
okay.
just so we're not dragging her around.
No, I don't.
I know my rights, and right now I know that you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Ma'am, we're trying to help you, but you're the one laying on the ground like a dead fish. Okay?
All we're
I
asking
comply,
is
and I do not understand.
Okay.
Complying has nothing to do with this. It's just being a human being and standing up.
All right, so if you want to take that side, I think she's gonna be dead weight again. So 1, 2, 3.
Yo, the fact that nobody's holding her like that and she's just laying on the phone, like on the floor. Just because a sovereign citizen is arrested doesn't mean that if they know how to defend themselves properly in court, the charge will hold up. I don't see the point of this. Like, she's literally laying on the floor. This is called passive resistance. It's still a form of resistance. Like, get up, get in the wheelchair if you don't want to walk, and go where you're supposed to go. Like, this is so stupid. She is far too big. And I love them just staring at her on the ground like this is a grown freaking woman. She's like 50. She gotta be 50 something.
For my buddy. Okay. Come down this way.
Okay, put her on, sit her on the city position. Would you please walk in for us the rest of the way?
No, sir. Nothing personal, but I am not going to assist in my detainment.
We're back
We're
to the
asking
wall.
you again if you would please walk
Ready?
in there. Is that okay?
No, sir.
Ready? Go. No. Are you standing?
No.
Ready? 1, 2.
No, why are you doing that? Why are you picking her up like that? No, that has to be against the law. That has to be. I'm sorry. Hold on. They should not be able to do that to nobody's grandma. Okay. Let's just play it.
Okay, put her on, sit her on the city position. Would you please walk in for us the rest of the way?
No, sir. Nothing personal, but I am not going to assist in my detainment.
We're back
We're
to the
asking
wall.
you again if you would please walk
Ready?
in there. Is that okay?
No, sir.
Ready? Go. No. Are you standing?
No.
Ready? 1, 2.
The woman was charged with improper lane usage, obstructing an officer, and resisting arrest. Do you believe the officers were too lenient with her? Share your thoughts below and
Oh my God. I almost collapsed of laughter. That was so bad. You did not be. You should be able to hold. You shouldn't be able to do that to anybody. Ooh, I'm so sorry, guys. They're shaking grandma's nutmeg up. What is wrong with you, babe? Oh, Jesus. How could they? The fact that she was willing to not get up. Oh, my goodness. Why did she have her legs like that? Oh, my goodness, guys. I don't think they should be able to hold anybody like that. That should be considered an illegal maneuver. I'm just going to give you guys, like, why did they why did they have somebody's grandma like that? Like, that is so ridiculous. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, man. Woo, that was cracking me up too much. It's just so bad. Like, why would you want to look like that in front of me? Just Oh man. Someone said the Superman. Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up. That somebody's grandma was hanging like that. Okay, so we're gonna look at some instances of people, sovereign citizens, going to jail because, with this body cameras, we always wonder, like, is this person gonna go to court and get off? She asked at the start if they had their cans on too. Oh my goodness, yeah, she was putting the show on for sure. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be cute. That was not funny at all. But it was hilarious at the same time. Like, whew, it couldn't be me. I'm not gonna do all this to be legs spread like that. Fucking turkey. Oh my goodness. So sorry. Let's see what happens in court. All right. I'm pretty sure you guys are all wondering, do these offenders go to court and the judge is like, you know what, you're right, and give them a cracker and send them on their way? I doubt it, but we're going to watch a few moments of sovereign citizens in court. So make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Let's get into it.
For the arraignment of 39-year-old Asher Edwards.
Hello, Judge.
Good afternoon, sir.
Edwards' demeanor may seem pleasant, but just a few days earlier, his alleged behavior was anything but. He was charged with making terrorist threats, assault with a deadly weapon, and obstructing peace officers after a domestic disturbance escalated into a 2-day police standoff.
Mr. Edwards, this is the time and place set for your arraignment. Do you consent to have an arraignment by video conference?
Sir, is this an Maritime Admiralty Law courtroom that we're processing me through?
No, it's not.
Edwards considers himself a sovereign citizen who lives as a free man, as they like to say, under common law as established by the Founding Fathers. Maritime Admiralty law that he's referencing is the law of the sea and international commerce, a body of law that sovereign citizens believe to be the foundation of the country's modern legal system, which they reject.
This is not a Maritime Admiralty Law courtroom. I believe so.
No.
Absolutely, it is. All courtrooms in this country are Maritime Admiralty Law courtrooms that process people, aren't they?
No, sir.
That's false information. Well, either way, this courtroom is trying to process me as state property. You see this fictitious name statement? Asher Edwards, spelled in all capital letters. This is not my name.
Edwards is referring to another sovereign belief that beginning at birth, one is issued a government identity, meaning one's name is spelled in all capital letters, such as on a birth certificate or social security card, and that doesn't represent one's true or free self.
This name was issued to me without my consent, and you cannot legally process me through this courtroom with this without this name in all capital letters that was issued without my consent. My name is spelled Asher Edwards, first capital, all lowercase, Edwards, first capital, all lowercase. And this is the birth name given to me by my parents, protected by the Constitution of the United States.
Even as Edwards grows louder and more animated, the judge appears to take it all in stride and even allows the defendant to finish his rant.
Therefore, it is illegal for you to process me through this courtroom, so you guys have to figure out something else to do with.
But this judge is all business, so figuring out something else to do with Edwards is not in his plans.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Will show time is not waived. We'll set this matter for pre-preliminary hearing within the statutory period.
And I would like to see the gun. It said I had a gun. I've never had a gun.
As Edwards continues his rant about the alleged gun, the judge reaches for his own weapon of choice, the mute button.
They're lying.
Do not speak while I am speaking, sir.
Edwards continues to plead his case, but to no avail.
Court will set bail in the amount of $72,500. Next matter.
Asher Edwards would later be found guilty of all the charges and sentenced to 1 year in prison. Next, we go to a bond hearing in Broward County. Judge John Hurley presiding. The defendant is David Hall, a sovereign citizen who basically believes that certain laws don't apply to him.
Mr. Hall has declined the services of the public defender, Your Honor.
Hall is here for driving under the influence and driving with a suspended license.
Mr. Hall, DUI, expired driver's license.
Good morning, Judge.
As soon as the judge attempts to read the charges, Hall begins interrupting.
Sir, I haven't said for the court how I'm appearing today,
Well,
sir.
I'm not asking you yet. Just give me a moment, all right? I need to look at your record.
Turns out Hall is currently out on bond for 2 previous charges of driving with a suspended license. But that's not going to stop him from trying to make his case.
Sir, today I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
Okay. Could you get Mr. Hall for me then, sir? Where is he?
I go by that name, sir. My name sounds exactly like the defendant's, and I'm here to settle that matter today.
So are you and David Hall one and the same?
Is he okay? Is he okay?
Person?
I'm not a person, I'm an individual. David Hall is a person. I am a private individual.
Hall's legalese is unconventional, to say the least, but the judge allows him to continue.
May I say something else for the record, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
I appear here today as the settler, agent, not the person, but the individual. And I don't think I should have, you understand the difference between a person and an individual.
And you're the individual, but you're not the person. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct.
I'm going to write that down.
Judge Hurley is unfazed by Hall's attempt at a Jedi mind trick and begins to turn the tables.
Here's what we're going to do. The settler, the agent, the individual, and maybe even the person, David Hall, has been charged with DUI. So today, the court's going to say you're the settler, the agent, the individual's bond, and even the person's bond today, $10,000, because the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person continue.
The judge is really having a time. He's saying the settler, the agent, the person, like he's literally clowning him. You know, well, I think he might be trying to act like he has some mental issues. No, he knows what the heck he did.
Used to drive without a driver's license.
Hall's new bond is $10,000, but because this charge is a violation of his original bond, all versions of David Hall must remain in jail unless he can come up with the cash.
Both cases will cause the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person, David Hall, not to be able to be released from the Broward County Jail until further notice of the court. So,
may I post bond, sir?
Now it's Judge Hurley's turn to have some fun.
Well,
is there any other?
Are you asking me as the settler, the agent, the individual, or are you asking me as the person?
Sir, I'm asking as the individual appearing before you today, the opportunity.
Who are you speaking on behalf of right now?
Sir, I don't understand that question. I believe that you're trying to confuse me now. I'm not the person, sir.
Okay,
I am not
the
the
person,
person.
David Hall. Tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right? Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Come on. Down the middle. Let's roll.
Next, we're at the Cheshire County Courthouse in Keene, New Hampshire. Court is currently in recess, but there is trouble brewing in the gallery.
Your choice is take the hat off or step outside.
The judge asked this man, Bo Davis, to remove his hat or leave. Otherwise, he could be charged with contempt of court. But Davis refuses.
So I have force threatened upon me if I were to wear a hat.
Davis and some others seated around him are associated with a New Hampshire-based anti-government movement. They're here to support a fellow member who's the defendant in a, quote, right to travel case that's in recess. These so-called sovereign citizens claim to be pushing back against what they consider overreach in the criminal justice system. And they're not afraid to get vocal about it.
I think you misunderstood. It's the judge's authority when he comes back. If at that point he says he's in contempt, then you have the authority.
There's been an issue. Your choice is take the hat off. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. I can't. You're making threats.
After more back and forth with Davis and relentless commentary from others in the gallery,
what's the matter with you guys, huh?
The bailiff is finally done discussing the matter.
Stand up, please. Sir, treat others as you would wish to place. I'm being nice.
Well, I'm not going to assist in my own arrest.
I don't want you to take your hands off that man. Please stand up.
A second bailiff comes to help escort Davis out, but again, he refuses to stand.
I'm not going to assist in my own arrest.
I'm not asking you to assist.
Please do not hurt.
Instead of dragging Davis out of the courtroom, the bailiffs use a wheelchair.
Just leaving you alone now.
As Davis is wheeled out, the group continues to insult the bailiffs.
Ever considered like a real job, one where you don't use violence against people?
Despite their protests, the court has authority to make rules about conduct in the courtroom. So a short time later, the judge returned to the courtroom and sentenced Bo Davis to 5 days in jail for contempt of court.
I didn't know you were going to take my picture. I got a haircut.
Good one. I'm glad you can make jokes.
Meet the man in the fur cap, 21-year-old Robert Peterson. He's the person filming this footage as he enters the Kootenai County Courthouse in Idaho.
That has to go through the X-ray machine if you want to come in this building.
Peterson is a hearing for a minor traffic infraction, riding his bicycle at night without a light. But from the moment he steps inside the door, it's clear this won't be a typical security check.
And I'd just like to know where your warrant is.
I don't need
It's clearly posted on the entry to the building.
What, clearly posted that I have to forfeit my right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure?
Coming into this building.
Yeah, every person is. I'm not a person. I'm a man.
And more specifically, a free man. Peterson.
I'm not a person, I'm a man.
Considers himself a sovereign citizen.
I'm not subject to your jurisdiction, and the court has already confirmed that. I'm here for one purpose. All right.
You can submit or you can leave.
That's fine. I mean, I'll do that, but you will be charged a bill.
Charged a bill? Rather than escalating the situation, one of the bailiffs decides to play along.
You will be served a bill. I don't have any weapons. I didn't come here to raise a ruckus.
After clearing security, Peterson finds a seat at the rear of the courtroom and continues filming.
So there are no cameras in the court.
Excuse me?
There are no cameras in the court.
Yeah, there is.
No, you have to put that away.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Under what authority?
You have to have a court order from a judge before you can have a camera in the courtroom.
Okay, well, I'm going to capture this on video.
You got to turn it off.
It's for both of our protection.
Well, you have to turn it off.
No, thank you.
Enter bailiff number 2.
Shut the camera off now.
No, thank you. I do not consent to you touching me or seizing my property, so you need to back up.
Shut the camera off now.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm holding you accountable because you're about to overstep your bounds.
The bailiffs then decide to clear the courtroom and question Peterson directly.
What's your first and last name?
I don't have a last name.
You don't have a last name?
No.
What's your first name?
I don't have a first name either. I've got a name. My name is Robert. You can call me Robert.
As you can see, this bailiff keeps his sense of humor about the situation.
What are you? Are you human?
I'm a man.
You're human?
I'm a man, yes.
Can I see your Idaho state license?
No, I don't have one.
You don't have one?
My person does, but I don't.
With the situation seemingly diffused,
Come on in, folks.
the bailiffs usher everyone back into the courtroom. Well, except for one person.
Excuse me.
Camera.
Excuse me. You're blocking my freedom of movement.
I am.
All right. Well, P. Barnes, you just admitted to me that you're violating my rights.
No, I'm not. You can't come in with the camera.
Well, you're violating my rights. And this is also freedom of the press.
From behind you.
This is also freedom of the press. I mean, I don't know what the hell law book you're reading, man, but it doesn't apply to me. Why are you worried about cameras? Because you want to do something wrong? Because you want to do something wrong? Because if it's against the rules, that means it's because somebody intends on wronging somebody else because they're afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
It's a nice speech, but you're still not coming in.
Well, please step aside. I'm going in.
No, you're not going in.
Don't touch me.
You're not going in, sir.
Let the record show that you just battered me.
Step back.
And you're using...
Step step back.
After Peterson refuses to step back, Chief Bailiff Pete Barnes fires his taser.
And you're using. Stop, please. I'm not doing anything wrong. Hey, you know what? You guys are really overstepping your bounds right now.
Put the cuffs on him.
Put the cuffs on. What are you arresting me for?
The answer to that question? Peterson's charged with 3 counts of battery and 1 count of contempt of court. He would later enter an Alford plea, meaning he didn't admit to committing a crime, but acknowledged there was likely enough evidence to convict him. Jail time was waived as part of the plea deal, and he was ordered to pay a fine for his original charge of riding a bike at night without a light.
Keisha Johnson.
Now to Louisville, Kentucky, and the Jefferson County District Court. An arraignment hearing is underway for 18-year-old Keisha Johnson, who's charged with possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence.
Now, what was that hairstyle? Come on, Keisha. What does she got going on? I can't.
Drug paraphernalia and tampering with physical evidence.
Come on up here, ma'am.
I would like to stand here.
When called upon, Johnson decides to address the judge, Sean Delahanty, from the back of the court.
No, you stand at this podium.
Awesome.
I get,
Tell me
Ma'am, you have to come up here. We can't record
what
your
laws
back.
you guys operate under?
the laws of the state of Kentucky.
Oh, yes. As in like amateur law, criminal law, that sort.
Come up here and stand at this podium. I have to get you on the record so that we can see you with your argument.
Okay, well, for on the record, I reserve my rights before crossing this bench.
Johnson's refusing to cooperate because she's part of a sovereign citizens movement, which rejects institutions and believe they aren't bound by the country's laws.
Well, Mr. Johnson, I really don't want to create some big scene.
Well,
Hang on a second. I do not want to lock you up, but I may very well have to. I need for you to come up here and stand at this podium. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You have to come up here and stand at this podium.
As the bizarre scene plays out, there's another disruption in the back of the courtroom when a bailiff tells 36-year-old Jenna Vondran to stop filming on her cell phone.
Show me the law. Show me the law.
In Kentucky, judges are given broad discretion on allowing filming in their courtrooms.
This is my property. Show me the law.
All right.
Show me the law.
Chris?
Show me the law.
Chris?
Show me the law.
Go ahead and lock her up. Go ahead and take her into custody.
Watch as the judge looks down and presses his panic button to summon additional deputies to the courtroom.
What are you doing? There's no right. You have no right.
You sit over there. Nothing wrong.
You have no right. No right for that.
Yeah, I'm not finished with her yet.
Like, seriously, I swear some of these people just be wanting attention. I can't believe that she would think being in that damn audience, or whatever you want to call it, recording and then popping out is going to help your friend from getting a charge for possession. I don't get it. And then to start a whole scene back there now, maybe get arrested for being in contempt of court, that's not even your case. Being difficult for no reason is what they're doing. Yeah, there's literally no reason at all for it. It's really dumb.
All right.
After a quick reset, the original defendant, Keisha Johnson, finally comes forward to the podium.
You're charged with possession of marijuana, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
I don't understand any of that.
All right. Well, you're charged with illegally possessing marijuana.
Yes, I can.
While the judge's attention is back with Johnson, deputies in the hallway are still trying to get control of Vondran, the woman with the cell phone.
I don't understand any of those charges.
Well, there's not a whole lot more. There's not a whole lot more I can do to try to explain to you.
When trying to play clueless doesn't work, Johnson goes back on the offensive.
Let's start here. Can you guys prove jurisdiction? Prove jurisdiction, because I come in under common law. Prove your jurisdiction, that you have jurisdiction over me. Prove jurisdiction. A court cannot proceed until you guys prove jurisdiction. Show me your jurisdiction. Show me your law.
All right. All of our laws are codified in the Kentucky Revised Statute.
Show me jurisdiction. Show me the law.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, that doesn't prove that you have jurisdiction.
Not even show me the law, Your Honor. She just said, show me the law. And he's being very patient. I'm certain people can be sovereign citizens and not be like these people today. I mean, sure, you can have whatever belief system you want, but you should know what system you're operating in and your rights within that system.
Okay, so what else? Now, there's a simple way for me to prove jurisdiction to you. I'm going to ask the deputy to go ahead and take you into custody.
Under what charges?
Under
what charges?
You are disrupting my court. All right, we're going to pass her case to tomorrow.
That's been mistreated. It's wrong. Under common law, under the United States Constitution. And if they keep doing this, then let us.
Keisha Johnson's arrested and charged with contempt of court. Fast forward to the next day, and she's about to face a new judge.
Keisha Johnson, 56.
This time, Johnson's represented by an attorney.
I don't know how familiar you are with this, but this
I'm
case.
familiar. Podium flipper.
Okay.
I've heard a little bit about it from
Okay.
yesterday. All right, so this is Miss Johnson. We'll note that she's in custody today. She's brought over and present.
And she'd like to make a statement to the court.
I had time to think about it, and I believe and I've learned that I need to represent myself in a respectful manner while in front of the judge.
Okay, so obviously that behavior will not be tolerated. That's why you ended up where you are.
Keisha Johnson's found guilty of contempt of court and is released from jail after serving 1 day. On her original charges, 2 were dropped, but she's found guilty of possession of marijuana, fined $185. As for Jenna Vondran, who was arrested after filming in the courtroom,
all right, go ahead and lock her up.
She's found guilty of disorderly conduct and serves 1 day in jail.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video. And
make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. Obviously, they got the content out there. But the nerve, the nerve to come in there acting like a damn Karen and your friend is just trying to prove her point. Let her at least talk first. Crazy or crazier if you don't know your rights and how to defend yourself. Oh, yeah. I mean, you shouldn't really go in there bucking in the first place, not even wanting to talk to the officer. That's just sort of ridiculous. So I believe that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. It is snowing out here, so I figured this would be a nice start to the day. I might do something else today, maybe an interrogation later. It really depends on how much it snows and if I'm outside or not. If I'm outside, see you guys tomorrow. If I'm home in the snow, then I'll probably do an interrogation today because I've been really liking those. So, all right. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Thanks for viewing the stream. Do me a favor and hit me with a few likes on the way out, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.